That's you, looking at your garage door. Seriously? We get as far as the door and you're already disappointed? Squeaks like crazy, jams up half the time, grumpy old motor and chain and tracks. But hey, look on the bright side, it's also ugly. You know we make them better now, right? Like everything else in your house? You got a new car and a big new TV, a new smartwatch that talks to your new smartphone. But your garage door, oh, you just let that cranky old thing keep beating itself to death every single morning. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Modern DC motors that are way quieter than that squeaky old AC motor that can barely do its one job. Quiet belt drives instead of that clanky old chain. Your garage can be something you're actually proud of. Like, hey, check out my new garage. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it right. I promise, I won't answer the phone myself.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Prescription pain relievers are safe and effective when used correctly. But if you misuse them, you could become addicted or experience other problems. Take your prescription as directed, and if you need information about addictions, call 1-800-662-HELP. Do the right dose. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and this station.
Even the left speaker sounds right when you're listening to 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
They'll talk again. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
This is as clear and consequential a threat to peace and security as anyone can imagine.
Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, on Russia's troop buildup at Ukraine's border, leading to a tense exchange with Russia's ambassador, who accused the U.S. of whipping up tension, provoking war. Now, the day after, Secretary of State Antony Blinken will talk again with the Russian foreign minister. There will be other talks in Ukraine. Fox's Simon Owen explains live from London.
Dave, Britain's Prime Minister Boris Johnson is visiting Ukraine today. He says he wants to work with the Ukrainian president to find a diplomatic solution to the crisis. The UK, like the US, is threatening Russia with sanctions if it attacks and has sent Ukraine defensive weapons. Prime Minister Johnson had been expected to speak with Russia's President Vladimir Putin on the phone yesterday. That didn't happen, and there's no word yet on a rescheduling. Dave?
Simon, the State Department is warning Americans don't travel to Belarus, where some of those Russian troops are on Ukraine's doorstep. It's also ordering family members of U.S. government employees in Belarus to leave. There could be another COVID vaccine coming. Novavax has asked the U.S. for emergency approval for its version, which uses a more traditional technology, different from the newer mRNA vaccines from Moderna, which just got full FDA approval yesterday, and Pfizer. And here is an update on that one.
Pfizer reportedly plans to submit a request for emergency use authorization for their COVID-19 vaccine in children 5 and under shortly. Pfizer's lower dose vaccine was authorized for children between the ages of 5 and 11 in late October.
Fox's Sean Langell. A fertilizer plant is on fire in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and firefighters have to let it burn because of the threat of a massive ammonium nitrate explosion.
The building has collapsed, and so access to that product that's in the building is restricted.
Fire Chief Trey Mayo, people who live within a mile have been urged to evacuate. America's listening to Fox News.
You heard us right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
More construction again this morning on Colonial Boulevard around I-75. We're dealing with a closure westbound on Colonial. The entrance ramp to I-75 northbound is still shut down from overnight work out on the road. And then also dealing with more construction right between Ortiz Avenue, 6 Mile Cypress Parkway, and I-75 on eastbound Colonial. So watch out for some lane closures there. Right near I-75 southbound through the Daniels Parkway exit to right lanes blocked for more road work. So just expect to see some areas with some cones and barriers you'll need to slow down out there. Good news is no crashes across Lee, Collier, or Charlotte counties. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a cold start to the day, we'll continue to warm things up nicely for this afternoon. Should be warmer than yesterday as temperatures will be back in the mid and upper 70s under a mix of sun and clouds. A bit breezy at times today as winds persist out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll keep us with some passing clouds as we head into tonight and for your Wednesday morning, which should be featuring an even milder start compared to today. 57 for overnight low. We're back into the 80s by tomorrow afternoon. A partly cloudy sky. We keep it quiet with highs eventually back into the middle 80s by Thursday and Friday. I'm Week News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
People who suffer with back or neck problems, whether that's pain, numbness, or weakness, deal with something that can be frustrating. Pain wears us down. It can affect our relationships with family and friends. It's not fun to be around someone who's always complaining about their backs. Don't resign yourself to having to live with pain. In my office, Johnston Spinal Care, I successfully treat the worst of the worst, those who get injections, nerve-burning procedures, or even surgery. And now they're back, golfing and living life. If there's a treatment that is extremely effective for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, or neuropathy, wouldn't you want to see if it can help you? Non-surgical spinal decompression is now in Southwest Florida. Safe and painless, more than just a temporary fix. Long-lasting relief that can finally heal the condition, regardless of age. Take the time right now to call my Medicare-friendly office for a no-charge telephone consultation about spinal decompression. Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E. Available at Navage.com.
Goodbye, pest. I'll see you later. I called National Exterminators. For just $46, they get all rodents and bugs. 23946, no bug.
Call the boys at National Exterminators at 23946 no bug, or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs. Bugs, termites, rodents, and even attic insulation. Better service, better prices, and no contracts.
Goodbye, pest. I'll see you later. I called National Exterminators. For just $46, they get all rodents and bugs. 23946 no bug.
Call the boys at National Exterminators at 23946 no bug, or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs. Bugs, termites, rodents, and even attic insulation. Better service, better prices, and no contracts.
The newly renovated Pga Tour Superstore in Naples is now open. Celebrate the grand reopening Saturday, February 12th. We're giving away gift cards and prizes all day long. Plus, enter to win closest to the pin and putting contests. Shop and save on the latest gear for 2022 and kick off the new year with a premium club fitting in our brand new performance fitting studio. Don't miss the grand reopening at the Pga Tour Superstore in Naples, Saturday, February 12th.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do.
Thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. That's the talk and text line, and we stream live. DrewSteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. Thank you for watching, subscribing to the podcast Friday morning. We will be at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road. It's like I'm going to sing. It's our first Friday of the month, and we're excited to be there. They open up an hour early, so you can grab some coffee and breakfast, hang out with us at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road. Once again, Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast. And fingers crossed, maybe not, Jake will be there. It depends. We'll see. So a lot of people are demanding some Jakey Jake time, and we had that recently. We'll see. We'll see what happens. He had a chance to be there once before and knows what it's like. The power of the seed to table. It's a bad way to put it. All right, coming up this morning, Whoopi Goldberg, The View, doing it again. Maybe this time with some disgusting comments made about the Holocaust. Maybe this time something will happen with regard to The View and Whoopi Goldberg and statements made by the left on network television. No, who are you kidding? It doesn't matter. She'll say, hey, my bad, and then everything goes away. We'll play the audio and let you decide whether or not this is something let's just put it this way. If a Republican said this, if a conservative said this, if most people said what Whoopi Goldberg said yesterday, it probably would mean termination. But no, it's not like that. in the liberal world of the media. So we'll see what's going on with that. Coming up, also some other things that are going on, a stunning poll that is out there, a couple of polls that don't speak well to the President of the United States, and as you can imagine, it's
true international coverage of pressure.
Yeah, it's not something that's unexpected. But again, with all the bad numbers in the polling that's coming out about the president, where does that lead us in 22? Does it lead to desperation on the part of Democrats? How are they possibly going to make up for what is a dismal, I don't want to be seen with the guy, President of the United States, this administration? And that literally is happening. Like, there are Democrats who are like, no, you don't have to campaign with me. I'm good. Everything's fine. Just stay home. I don't want it. No. So we'll get to that as well. Gavin Newsom is some piece of work. You know, today is like, that's what it is. I think today, Jake, we're going to call it the some piece of work show, because you got liberals that are just some piece of work. Gavin Newsom, who has laws it's not even laws, it's executive orders, because, you know, he's got superpowers there as the governor of the state of California when it comes to mask mandates and what you have to do, but he doesn't have to do, does it once again. And that oppressor explained himself how at the Rams game just the other day, he was there with Magic Johnson and some other actors, and masks. Wait a minute. We're trying to have a good time here. We're trying to enjoy ourselves. You can't expect us to wear masks. Oh, by the way, you all have to wear masks. Very serious. So we'll have some of that hypocrisy coming up, because it's Democrats, and it's what they do best. Also, the story of the Canadian trucking convoy, the Freedom Convoy that is in Ottawa, that is right now, as we speak, blocking some segments of southern Alberta and the highway bordering the United States. They made an agreement, I guess, that they were going to allow some of the traffic to flow, but you've got hundreds of truckers that are along the border. You have many others that are coming into what is happening there in Canada, and this Canadian trucker convoy and the protest against mandates. But there's a reason why you here should care in Southwest Florida and in the United States. Why should we care about this story? Well, a lot of different levels. I mean, if you look, for example, at how leftist progressive policies and leadership acts when it comes to protests, and who are the good guys and who are the bad guys. And Justin Trudeau, who we come to find out, by the way, this is bad. He's got COVID, everybody. Okay. That's not nice. So it was weird, because Justin Trudeau kind of slipped away and made his way to an undisclosed location when the truckers were making their way to Ottawa, and people were like, well, that's weird. You should probably be there to speak with them. I mean, this is a pretty important thing. And then we were told he slipped away, and then now we come to find out it's actually because he had COVID, I guess. So now he's far away with family. So there you go. So now Justin Trudeau was speaking about this yesterday. And again, there are important aspects to this that we all have to realize, that when you have leadership like there is right now in Canada and Justin Trudeau, and you have the hypocrisy of somebody who not too long ago, a person who multiple times, and I think, oh man, I have that audio. I got to find it. There's audio from the Canadian Parliament as they're arguing back and forth about this trucker convoy, and sides that are for and sides that are trying to push back against what this Freedom Convoy is doing and the mask mandates. And there are those in Parliament there in Canada who are saying, well, hold on a second. There's a lot of things that are hypocritical about Justin Trudeau that we'll get to in a second. But I want you to listen to some of the clips out there of some of what he said and the arguments that he's making about the people that have showed up.
I have attended protests and rallies in the past when I agreed with the goals, when I supported the people expressing their concerns and their issues. Black Lives Matter is an excellent example of that.
Okay, so there you go. He agrees with Black Lives Matter, but he doesn't agree with freedom from tyranny, with mask mandates and vaccine mandates. And so he uses Black Lives Matter as something that he would go to and support and be around. And This is the blackface gentleman, right? Isn't this the person that on multiple occasions was using? That's the argument the Parliament was making when he brought up Black Lives Matter. It's like, hold on a second, this is the person that was using a blackface on multiple occasions in his life, and everybody's like, okay, well, all's forgiven. And so there's that aspect of it. The I don't want to talk about this portion of it, like staying away instead of being what leadership should be, which is, number one, you should go to the places that people don't expect you to go. You should speak to individuals that people don't expect you to speak to because it is your country, it is your county, it's your state, whatever the case may be. You should be open to conversations with everybody. Now, if they're going to be hostile against you, and there's not going to be a good conversation about the issue, and it's just going to be about anger, that's one thing. But there isn't much evidence to support that Justin Trudeau couldn't speak to these truckers and the convoy, that the leadership of the convoy and what is being done right now. There's no suggestion that they're going to be angry or violent or he should be worried. It's just about actually having the conversation. And that's not happening. And he doesn't clearly want to do that. You know, and then the second part of it is always the important part, which is what are we trying to gain? What are we trying to do here as a leader? What, at the end of the day, what are we doing? What are we accomplishing anything in this tyranny? And many other people are starting to join in this convoy. And the longer this drags out, the more it gets discussed, the more people start to realize the tyranny that people are pushing back on, and the more people want to join in. Remember I said that, because again, I teased this before. Why would you care here in Southwest Florida? Why would you care in this country? And I'll tell you in just a second. And then there was another portion of what he talked about, which is a very odd thing that happened. In amongst some of the crowd in Ottawa, there was a guy, I guess there was one instance of a guy who was carrying a Confederate flag. Okay, it's Canada. Guy's carrying a Confederate flag. Everybody, if you're watching the video of this guy with the Confederate flag, it's a bizarre scene because everybody there is outside. They've got, hats on and they've got their cold weather gear. This guy, for some reason, has a full mask over his. All you see is the little eyeballs and a hole for his mouth, and that's it. You can't see anything. His face is completely covered. It seems kind of odd. The only person in the crowd there, standing outside, and he just happens to be the guy with the Confederate flag. And so Justin Trudeau,
we won't give in to those who fly racist flags. We won't cave to those who engage in vandalism or dishonor the memory of our veterans.
Okay, so this is really strange because it was like a couple of people. It's very odd that you would see that, number one, and then you would take the whole movement, look at the whole crowd, and say to yourself, oh, you know what? There's some places I can go to. There's some people I can point at. The whole crowd is like that. And just paint this broad brush. It's really weird. It's almost like it's weird. It's kind of like if you got together like January 6th or something like that in Washington, D.C. and the whole crowd was painted as a couple of people. So, anyway, so there's that. Oh, is this the video? Okay, hold on. Candace Bergen says conservatives condemn all hateful acts, including church burnings and Trudeau's blackface. Okay, here's the comments, right? So this is in the parliament here. Is this the audio?
Mr. Speaker, I think we all support free speech in this House, but there's a big difference.
No, that's not it. So what happened was they're trying to make the case that somehow this one person with the Confederate flag is out there, and again, painting the broad brush. And how this works. And by the way, this story also kind of in a way took place here in the state of Florida with something that happened in Orlando that we're going to get to in just a bit. I guess there were some socialist Nazis on the side of the road in Orlando, and There was a handful of them screaming at passerbys. It was over a bridge. They had a Nazi flag that they were flying, and police went there to disperse the crowd there in Orlando. And you come to find out that all of a sudden, somehow, Governor DeSantis gets into this. Like the media is like, he's got to condemn this. The governor's like, whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here? Like, why? How did it all of a sudden pivot to me? It's kind of curious, isn't it? All right, let's see if I have the audio of what she said here. Hold on a second.
Of course, we all condemn hateful and destructive acts by a few at any protest. Whether it's beheading the statue of Queen Victoria in Manitoba, tearing down the statue of Sir John A. in Montreal, or putting flags on Terry Fox, whether it's burning churches, whether it's wearing blackface, whether it's Hezbollah flags or Nazi flags, we all condemn it. But I'm not talking about that, Mr. Speaker.
By the way, did you know that, I don't know if you realize this, but the parliament in Canada is a lot like the parliament in the UK, where they all get together and they just kind of scream and yell, and it's very entertaining, where they just, you hear, have you ever watched? No, you haven't watched that. Okay. Okay. Everybody's standing up and cheering, of course. All right. So what else does she have? Okay. Well, there. I guess was that the point? Was that it?
Well, that minister is not telling the truth.
All right. So it goes on to some other pieces. I just wanted to get to that, but the point is who are these people? Who are these individuals? Who are these truckers that are looking for freedom there and getting rid of tyranny in Canada? And how does it extend to us here? Well, two things. Number one, there's some news out yesterday. Some people have been tweeting that U.S. truckers are looking to plan their own coast-to-coast convoy to protest mandates in certain states, and they want to beat the size of what's happening in Canada, and maybe possibly having 700,000 plus trucks protest heading from California to Washington, D.C. That they're thinking about doing this, joining in this battle, and joining in this getting rid of tyranny, not only to see what is happening in Canada, but also to protest what's going on in a lot of states here. And that's why this is important, because this is how movements grow and how they shape and form what is to come when you have individuals who see what's happening and they know what's going on in their states, and they've had enough with mandates and mask mandates and what is going on with kids in schools and still certain schools that have to deal with mask mandates, and it's not going away, and how they're being segregated and treated. A story out of Loudoun County where the kids who are going to school without masks because the governor said, as the new governor Duncan came in and said, all right, we're getting rid of those mask mandates for kids in schools, and how some districts are separating kids, walking them with sheriffs to their lockers because they're not wearing masks. I mean, some of the most outrageous treatment that's going on right now. But the second part is, who are these individuals? And it was Jack Posobiec who, on his Twitter account, had a moment that he put up that you may want to hear. And just before the group, these individuals in this that have been working on trying to work with the government, making their way to Ottawa, and the fighting back against tyranny, before the truckers, were deciding on what they were going to do next and having a meeting. And it was about 30 or 40 of them together. They took a moment to stop and do what? What exactly did they do?
In heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine art the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Huh. Just putting that out there. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast, keeping an eye on what is happening in Canada, certainly, and what's happening along our southern border. And am I getting this right? Did the president yesterday, along with Jen Psaki, admit that, yeah, we got some illegals crossing the border. We got a little bit of trouble, but everything is fine. It's this administration and what's happening along the border. We are lockstep, arm in arm, keeping the country secure. Did that really happen? Is that what they're really saying? Well, I've got the audio, and you'll find out for yourself. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
92.5, Fox News, right all along.
After another cold start to the day, we'll be warming things up nicely for this afternoon under a mix of sun and clouds. Look for temperatures back in the mid and upper 70s. A bit breezy at times with winds persisting out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Even milder as we start your Wednesday morning with a low near 57, 82 for tomorrow afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
This Fox Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Domino's Pizza says it's going to tip some customers to help ease the labor shortage, especially during the Super Bowl weekend. Those customers who order online and pick up their pizza will get a $3 credit towards future orders. Dolce & Gabbana joins a growing list of designers abandoning animal fur. It's instead testing recycled non-fur materials it calls eco-fur for its 2022 designs. Sony announces it's buying video game maker Bungie, the creator of Halo, in a deal valued at $3.6 billion. And Wall Street closed higher for the last day of January, but took a hammering for the month over interest rate concerns. The Dow gained 406 points yesterday. The Nasdaq jumped 469, or 3.4%. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report. Invested in you.
Are you ready to list your home for sale? What if you could receive a guaranteed offer on your home with no showings, no open houses, and no stress? Contact the Darda Group at dardagroup.com to learn about their guaranteed offer. The Darda Group has 30 years of experience and consistently ranks in the top 3% of real estate agents in Lee County. Find out if your home qualifies for a guaranteed offer and how you may receive an offer in as little as 24 hours and close escrow in as little as 21 days. No home prep, no showings, no open houses. You control when your home is sold and when you move. Learn more about this elite real estate team and the guaranteed offer at dardagroup.com. Don't wait. Schedule an appointment at dardagroup.com. That's dardagroup.com, a Compass Realty broker.
Hey guys, it's Robbie Raw. As an RN and health and fitness expert, I know that self-care from head to toe is so important for a healthy, fit lifestyle. One of my secrets for staying active, fit, and pain-free are my amazing art supports from the Good Feet store. It's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. I'm telling you, these were a game changer for me. I am as active as ever, and I feel like myself again. If you have foot pain, knee, hip, or back pain, the first thing you should do is visit the Good Feet store for a free personalized fitting and test walk. I'm not going to stop living my best life anytime soon, nor should you. To be the best version of you, you need to take care of yourself, and the Good Feet store can make that happen. And by the way, when you feel great, you look great, and that's the raw truth. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
Dr. Svetlana Kogan here, a board-certified internal medicine concierge physician on 5th Avenue South in Naples. Many of you wonder what holistic practice is. Well, good health is like a puzzle. It depends on how you perceive yourself, your environment, what you eat, your relationships, and lifestyle. It takes time and skill for the doctor to put these pieces of the puzzle together for you and come up with solutions customized to your specific needs. Holistic doctors believe that less medication is better and use preventive approach to keep you out of harm's way. This is also a concierge practice. Every patient gets my email and cell phone for emergencies and can be seen the same day if necessary. You are seen by me personally, and we take all the time that you need. You can visit my website, customlongevity.com. That's customlongevity.com to learn about how I, Dr. Svetlana Kogan, can help you feel healthy and balanced again.
Taxes are complicated, an industry that can have monthly law changes. This year, so many refundable credits, like kids, up to $3,600 per child, or earned income credits, nearly $7,000. Daycare, you're looking at another $8,000. Don't forget to reconcile your advanced child care credits or your stimulus money. That's where EG Tax comes in, your low-cost, high-value, knowledgeable tax team. We're located in Airport Pulling Road in Naples. Call 239-262-2009 or click egtax.com.
Forget the senseless talk. You need news and information, and you need it now.
Wink News now. Wink News now.
The most comprehensive, most trusted, and coming to you first.
Breaking right now at 3.
We know you'll agree. The place to be at 3 is Wink TV.
When it comes to business news, Gulf Shore Business covers Gulf Shore businesses like nobody's business. Daily coverage of local breaking business news you can't get anywhere else. Subscribe today for the free daily Gulf Shore Business newsletter. Text GB to 239-498-8500.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
Hi,
all
Stuart
along.
Duncan here. At Duncan's Diamonds, we are the finest previously enjoyed Rolex watches, and we give a 2-year warranty. Come in and try them on. We offer great financing plans, too, of up to 60 months.
Valentine's Day is coming, and at Duncan's Diamonds, we have the largest selection of diamond jewelry at the best possible prices. Come see our enormous collection of engagement rings, wedding bands, diamond earrings, bracelets, and necklaces. When selecting your diamonds and fine jewelry, you absolutely want them to be the best. With Valentine's Day approaching, you need to get your special love something spectacular and unforgettable. Usually the gift list is a dozen roses, chocolates, or diamond jewelry. But at Duncan's Diamonds, you can get all of the above with any purchase, $99 or more. And we will not be undersold by anyone, anywhere. You can count on it. Come see us today. In Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
It's a new year and a great time to upgrade your cabinets. You want Sinclair quality. You want Sinclair craftsmanship. You want Sinclair cabinets. Sinclair Custom Homes now offers their handmade, built in the USA custom cabinets without having to purchase a Sinclair custom home. You can now have the same high quality furniture finished cabinets in your existing home. Upgrade your kitchen, your bath, your closets, even your garage. For details, visit SinclairCabinets.com. That's SinclairCabinets.com.
Where can you shop for your Valentine and you don't have to know her size, you don't have to spend a fortune, and your gift is sure to please? Naples Soap Company, of course. They've got everything you need for a romantic and cozy Valentine's Day right at home. Luxurious body butters, bath bombs, body oils, candles, and more. Hit a home run this Valentine's Day with one of their pre-wrapped gift sets. Shop in stores at Naples Soap Company or online at naplessoap.com.
Wink News traffic.
Busy morning commute on Daniels Parkway heading westbound toward I-75. We're dealing with a crash near Goldenwood Drive at Daniels, right between Treeline and the interstate. So watch out for some stop-and-go traffic all the way from Chamberlain Parkway through I-75 and continuing even toward Palomino Lane, east and westbound toward 75. Also seeing some trouble if you're heading through Orange River Boulevard, just south of Palm Beach Boulevard, east of the interstate. A crash over near the intersection of Lakeside Club Boulevard, causing a little bit of a backup out there, but no roadblock it looks like for the time being. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a cold start to the day, we'll continue to warm things up nicely for this afternoon. Should be warmer than yesterday as temperatures will be back in the mid and upper 70s under a mix of sun and clouds. A bit breezy at times today as winds persist out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll keep us with some passing clouds as we head into tonight and for your Wednesday morning, which should be featuring an even milder start compared to today. 57 for an overnight low. We're back into the 80s by tomorrow afternoon. A partly cloudy sky. We keep it quiet with highs eventually back into the middle 80s by Thursday and Friday. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. You know, when I was a kid, you could drive a go-kart down Cypress Lake Drive and never pass a car. Now, I can't even see the sidewalk from the traffic. Southwest Florida has really grown, and the choice for air conditioning contractors has grown with it. When you're looking for a contractor, find a local family-owned business with the owner as the license holder. Use only companies with NATE certified mechanics the only true certification in this business. Use families that invest locally and not conglomerates owned by some foreign international company. In other words, use Kobe Cooling. Call us at 239-482-1542. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in this business since 1949, locally owned and operated.
Fox News listeners, Saturday morning is the perfect time to talk boats and water fun in Southwest Florida. This is Adam Botana again from Baywater Sousa Boat Club. Join us every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 for the Baywater Boat Club Hour. We talk boats, fishing, boating hotspots, water quality, on top of Jake the Millennial and I just having fun on the radio. And if you don't have a boat, Baywater Sousa Boat Club has got you covered. Just call me, Adam, at 239-495-0455.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pugh with Melanie Pugh Gentle Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Since we opened our practice in 2006, there's 5 things we hear the most from our dental patients. One is how gentle we are. It's no surprise that patients prefer a gentle touch from their dentist. I know that the other doctors in our practice, Dr. Medency and Dr. Couillard, also have the same gentle approach. If you'd like to experience our gentle touch firsthand, visit drmelaniepugh.com. That's Melanie Pugh, Pugh.com.
Hello, I'm Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one relationship with their investment and fiduciary team members, each of whom are locally based and meet regularly with clients for in-person or virtual visits. This personal touch is a trademark of the Trust Company. We make it a point to know you, your family members, and the goals that are most important to you. Are you ready for a better experience? Call us for an appointment at 239-774-4000 or visit NaplesTrustCompany.com to discover the difference.
A division of the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. Call today for a free consultation. Discounts for all military and first responders. Also, if you support Biden, don't bleeding call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit SavingTheInvestor.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. This Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table. We do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Well, guys, I want to say congrats to the Cincinnati Bengals and Los Angeles Rams on advancing to Super Bowl 56. Wow. Before the season, the Bengals' odds of winning the Super Bowl were 150 to 1. To give you an idea, there are better odds of finding a rapid test at CVS.
Wait, yeah, there's a little bit of truth there. All right. So there you go, the Bengals and the Rams. And by the way, speaking of football, have we heard yet? I mean, what's going on with Tom Brady? Is he retiring? Is he not retiring? Do we know anything about that? Is it exactly the way I described it, that he's going to wait until maybe after the championship weekend, which just took place, and that this week somehow it's going to, or maybe he's going to wait till after the Super Bowl. Is he going to just, because then the world stops, right? Isn't that what happens? I mean, traditionally, if Tom Brady is going to retire, and you thought about retirement, and if he's ever talked about retirement, it's just like the globe just goes, woo! It's like it just stops spinning, and then it's cataclysmic. There's hurricanes and tornadoes and climate change and puppies and bunnies. It's getting along. It's just they get along anyway. It's ducks and bunnies. No, it's not ducks and bunnies. It's dogs and cats getting along. That's what it is. It's an absolute mess. So I have no idea what's going on with that. Speaking of the Rams, this was kind of fun and interesting. You know, the hypocrisy of the left. You know, it is do as I say, not as I do. It's tyrannical governors who give you mandates that you have to abide by. But I'm not going to do that. Like during a pandemic, you know, I'm going to go hang out with my friends and go to expensive restaurants and hang out maskless, and I'm not supposed to be at a restaurant, or I'm not even supposed to be out, and I'm not supposed to be maskless for sure. And during the heart of a pandemic, some people do that. Gavin Newsom is one of those guys, the governor of the state of California, and there's more news on that because yesterday he was confronted about these lies that he wasn't wearing, or he was wearing a mask at the NFC Championship playoffs, and he was called out on it. Because there were these pictures of him standing with Magic Johnson and then a couple of other people. Everybody is there. They're maskless. They're hanging out. Everything is fine. They're having a great time. And in the wake of all the negative coverage that's happening, well, okay, we got to get out there. He's got to have a presser. And, you know, dancing around and lying. And how bad were the lies? Actually, what was the presser like?
I was very judicious yesterday. Very judicious, and you'll see the photo that I did take where Magic was kind enough, generous enough to ask me for a photograph, and in my left hand's the mask, and I took a photo. The rest of the time I wore it, as we all should, not when I had a glass of water or a thing, and I encourage everybody else to do so, and that's it.
That's such a lie. First of all, the photo, if you look at his hand, there's not a mask in sight. Number one, and number two, this pompous, like, of course, everybody, you know, if you're drinking water or something like that, I mean, it's quite all right, but the rest of the time you have to wear a mask. There's nobody around him that's even wearing a mask. I mean, it's so embarrassing and blatant, and one reporter, I guess, called him out and said, well, hold on a second, you got kind of a history of doing this.
Given your history with this issue, should you maybe have reconsidered taking the mask off for the photo, for the image, the message that it might send?
I mean, of course. I was trying to be gracious, and I made a mistake. You know, I mean...
Wait. Listen to this.
I mean, of course. I was trying to be gracious, and I made a mistake. You know, I mean, I was trying to be gracious.
A mistake! You made a mistake! He couldn't even say, Jake, he can't even say mistake. You don't even remember back in the day, one of the running jokes in the 70s. How many people remember the TV show Happy Days? Do you remember Happy Days? Sunday, Monday, Happy Days. Tuesday. You don't know what I'm talking about, Jake.
I know the show, but I've never seen it.
Okay, you've never seen the show. Do you even know who's in it? The characters. Do you remember there was a character named Fonzie? You remember Fonzie?
It's kind of hard to forget that guy.
All right, it's hard to forget that guy. Leather jacket, greased back hair, okay, Fonzie. And one of the episodes was Fonzie not being able to tell people that he was wrong. Like, he can't even say it. It's like, I was wrong. Like, the whole episode was about the fact that he couldn't admit that he was wrong about something. He can't even say the words, I'm wrong. It's like a Happy Days episode. Somebody, look, 239-479-5592. Somebody in the listening audience, somebody knows what I'm talking about. Fonzie, Happy Days, can't say I'm wrong. Does anybody remember that? I have no idea why that's something that I can't forget, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. Somebody will confirm it. But just like Fonzie and Happy Days, you got the slicked back hair of Gavin Newsom doing the same thing.
I mean, of course, I was trying to be gracious, and I made a mistake. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say it.
I was trying to be gracious and took the mask off for a brief second, but no, I encourage people to continue to wear them.
I encourage people to continue to wear them. You've got to do what I say, not what I do. There's a ton of video out now of Gavin Newsom hugging Magic Johnson in violation of his mask mandate. And pictures of actors and actresses not wearing masks. Nobody's wearing them. There's another picture of him sitting with someone. I don't know who it is. Everybody around him, maskless, nothing. Again, it's just, this is what they do. This is how it works. This is what the left does, and this is why people are tired of the tyranny. And quite honestly, they're tired of COVID. They're tired of all the mandates, whether it's masks or vaccines. They're just over it. It's like time to move on. This nonsense has to stop. Of course, it does call attention to who are the leaders that are using their powers and abusing their emergency authority powers in the states. And that's why here in the state of Florida, we're concerned about that as well. That's why in the legislature, that's why they're doing something about this, about making sure that the governor doesn't have too much juice, too much power, the emergency authority that the governor has. And even in the state of Florida, now, why would you be worried about that? I mean, Governor DeSantis, why would we be worried? Because, unfortunately, he will not be governor forever. Unfortunately, there is going to be a time, hopefully way, I'm looking at my watch, way later than sooner, that there will be a Democrat who will be the governor and who will want to abuse their emergency authorization. And we want to make sure that it doesn't get too carried away. But having said that, you got states that have to deal with this, and Gavin Newsom, who, on the heels of the French Laundry debacle, French Laundry was the restaurant that he went to during the pandemic. He goes out and has a fancy meal with everybody, no masks. So it's just doubling and tripling down on stupid. It's just what they're doing. So there you go. All right, hold on a second, Tom. Tom, you know what I'm talking about? Tom, Happy Days.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Yeah, Happy Days. Yeah, Fozzie couldn't say the word wrong. I remember it very well.
Yeah, right. Isn't that the same thing with Newsom does? I made a mistake. He just can't say it. He can't say that he made a mistake. He can't say that he was wrong. He can't do anything. It's exactly like that.
Gracious, and I made a mistake. Yeah, I mean,
he can't do it.
He's a Democrat. How could he be wrong?
Yeah. Well, listen. I wish it was just Democrats. You know, sometimes. And thanks for the call. You know, sometimes there are Republicans that aren't exactly on board with that kind of thing as well. But it's mostly libs. Anyway, okay. Mike's out on Marco.
Drew, my daughters love your show. We were at Seat the Table with you last month at 13 and 14, and they also are big fans of Happy Days and Arthur Fonzarelli.
Oh, I got it. Okay, right.
The only person that could call him Arthur was Mrs. Cunningham.
That's right.
The rest of them had to call him the Fonz.
And not only that, hey, here's a little trivia for all of you out there. The term "jump the shark" came from Happy Days.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
You want to explain to everybody how that just in case you don't know, a little life trivia here from Happy Days. Why did they call it "jump the shark"?
Oh, I remember that. Drew, you and I are about the same age. I hate to tell you that. And I remember the episode. Arthur was trying to be cool, and he had a big pool set up with a shark in it, and so he jumped the pool. But it was such a flop of an episode, and I believe that was the final episode, the final season for it.
It should have been, yeah. And I think what and listen, thanks for the call there, Mike, out on Marco. I appreciate it. And I think what happened was, I guess it was like he's at the beach or something, and Arthur Fonzarelli, the Fonz, is trying to prove that he's cooler than somebody else, or that he's super cool or whatever, and can't think of the next big thing that he has to do. So they set up something where he's gonna jump a shark at the beach. But I guess it looked really cheesy and basically jumped the shark, meaning that's it, can't do it anymore. Like we were with you for a while with the Fonz and the things that he could do, and take his fist and slam on a door and it's locked and all of a sudden it opens up, all the things, the disbelief that we have to let go of in the show and just kind of have fun with it. And then the shark episode happened. It's like, that's it, I'm out. So that's basically jumping the shark, right? So you got that, Jake? Jump the shark, now you know. Kind of a little lesson learned today. Isn't that nice? that you tuned in, that you're tuned in today, Semi?
Learning all kinds of stuff today.
Yeah, all right, good. We're going to have a test at the end of the show, so please be ready, okay? 239-479-5592. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we will not talk about Arthur Fonzarelli anymore. We're kind of done with that. We're moving on. We'll have more about... Oh, there's lots of fun in the world of woke. Some of the stories that are going to be hard for you to believe. I can't even describe in the amount of time that I have this one story about a professor who, in trying to teach his law students about racism and what to look for, trying to make sure that he was sensitive about the words he was using, only to find out that in his sensitivity, to make sure that he wasn't going to be using the actual words that people should be concerned about, he ends up almost losing his job because they didn't like the fact that he even referenced the words that he has to use to prove racism. You have to hear the whole story to understand. It's crazy. We'll get to that coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. There's Therese O'Shea.
Westbound Daniels Parkway is backed up all the way from Chamberlain Parkway through I-75. If you're heading out that direction right now, the crash is near Goldenwood Drive, right by the racetrack gas station, Florida Highway Patrol headquarters. So you'll see major delays with a westbound left lane blocked on Daniels approaching the interstate. Also dealing with a crash on Orange River Boulevard at Lakeside Club Boulevard, just south of Palm Beach, heading just east of I-75. A little bit of a delay there as well. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After another cold start to the day, we'll be warming things up nicely for this afternoon under a mix of sun and clouds. Look for temperatures back in the mid and upper 70s. A bit breezy at times with winds persisting out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Even milder as we start your Wednesday morning with a low near 57, 82 for tomorrow afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
The newly renovated Pga Tour Superstore in Naples is now open. Celebrate the grand reopening Saturday, February 12th. We're giving away gift cards and prizes all day long. Plus, enter to win closest to the pin and putting contests. Shop and save on the latest gear for 2022 and kick off the new year with a premium club fitting in our brand new performance fitting studio. Don't miss the grand reopening at the Pga Tour Superstore in Naples, Saturday, February 12th.
Hey, it's Drew Steele talking about my friends at Amco of Bonita Springs, 992-2626. That's 992-2626. Whatever is going on with your vehicle, they will fix it and fix it right. They are a great conservative business. And I can tell you they have a great local reputation for doing good work. And they also have an awesome customer base. It's been established over the past 13 years. So give them a call at 239-992-2626 so you can arrange to meet with them. Let them know you heard about it right here on 92.5 Fox News and Drew Steele. By the way, talk about great conservatives. They've built the American Spirit Movement, a place where conservative consumers and businesses can connect in 5 critical areas. You know, you've got your vote, but you also have your wallet, the cash register, supporting conservative businesses. So go to the American Spirit Marketplace. You can keep conservative dollars in conservative pockets. Block by block, city by city, states by state. We're going to build this up. Go to the American Spirit Movement website at americanspiritmovement.com. It's more than a conservative movement. It's a conservative awakening.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, managing partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
100% organic food and thought. When you walk into Food and Thought, everything you see is organic. Our market, our juice bar, and our cafe. If it's not organic food, it doesn't make it into our store. And it's not just about the organic label. We take it a step further to find out where each product comes from, the ingredients, and how it's made. And that's why we say we're militantly organic so you can shop in peace. Food and Thought.
Alda's Diner in Naples makes everything from scratch with daily homemade specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy big portions of your favorite comfort foods, from steak and eggs or pancakes for breakfast to fantastic salads or their famous Donald J. Burger for lunch or dinner.
And don't forget about Alda's extensive bar menu with drink specials for the perfect start to your evening. Make Alda's your go-to spot. They're on the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951 in Naples. Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
Goodbye, pests. I'll see you later. I called National Exterminators. For just $46, they get all rodents and bugs. 23946, no bug.
Call the boys and National Exterminators at 23946 no bug, or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs. Bugs, termites, rodents, and even attic insulation. Better service, better prices, and no contracts.
Goodbye, pests. I'll see you later. I called National Exterminators. For just $46, they get all rodents and bugs. 23946 no bug.
Call the boys and National Exterminators at 23946 no bug, or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs. Bugs, termites, rodents, and even attic insulation. Better service, better prices, and no contracts.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
It's weird. It feels like a Thursday. Or it doesn't feel. It's a very weird day today. I hate to speak ill of Thursdays because sometimes Thursdays are nice. It feels weird. I need a palate cleanser a little bit, something. Maybe a little morning cup of joe. That's what we need.
Sit back with your morning cup of joe.
Not a joke. Why don't I stop and take any questions y'all may have? And they tell me I'm supposed to call on Governor Cox first.
Great. I think we'll have
Supreme Court candidates.
Thank you guys.
And how long is your short list?
Thank you guys. Let's go. Thank you guys. Thank you. Come on, let's go. Thank you. Thank you guys. Yep. Thank you. You guys.
Wow, so that was so awkward right then, because clearly the president did not know that when you say, "Can I take any questions?" all the media in the room might have a few.
So he's prepared to take questions. He even goes to a governor. It's a governor's meeting. Calls out governor. I'm sure it was Spencer Cox, probably from Utah, and then no questions. Just get out of it. That's it. Forget it. Press out. Wait a minute. He said he was going to ask. No. Sorry. He listens to us. Sorry. He has no mind of his own. And who was that? Harris Faulkner on Fox taking the feed live, and she's like, "Wow, that was kind of awkward." You think? Maybe that's why in a poll from Rasmussen, it is like an absolute disaster right now. 50% of likely voters say they backed impeaching Joe Biden. They want him impeached, everybody. That because of his actions regarding the border, which everything is fine, by the way. Not really. We've got proof of that. And the Afghanistan withdrawal. Yeah, that's still a lot to talk about there. But 33% strongly support it. 45% oppose it. Not only do half support it, but 45% expect it to happen if the Republicans take back Congress. That's an interesting prospect because they're thinking that if Republicans take over Congress, that there is going to be a push for probably a lot of different things. Whether it's impeachment because they know what Democrats do, and Democrats will make up all kinds of stuff against a duly elected president to try to get him impeached, not once but twice, and also go with a big old Russian collusion hoax. Does everybody remember that? The big hoax that we're supposed to trust, which we're supposed to trust our bureaucracies, the FBI and the like, and yeah, all right, okay. No politicization there. It's absolutely fine. We got questions, but yeah. And there's even some more bad polling, stunning numbers about the president that we may talk about coming up in just a bit. And also, certainly we'll get to that story about, well, it's a First Amendment story about a professor suspended. Wait till you hear why. It's unbelievable.
92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
You'd think an Army veteran with a military career including multiple combat deployments throughout the Middle East would be a great American. And you'd be right. But Joe Vanderbosch also happens to be a great dentist. An Army veteran of 8 years, Dr. Joe now makes his home in Southwest Florida, where his wife Sarah grew up.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch, Freedom Dental on Metro Parkway in Fort Myers. In the Army, I received extra training in order to provide dental care in virtually any condition. That's why I can manage many dental treatments without the need to refer to a specialist. I served my country proudly for 8 years. Now I want to serve you and your dental needs. Special discounts for former and active military without dental insurance.
Dr. Vanderbosch provides emergency care and is now accepting new patients for cleaning, extractions, crowns, implants, and more. Find them online at freedomdentalfortmyers.com. That's freedomdentalfortmyers.com. Dr. Joseph Vanderbosch. Go to freedomdentalfortmyers.com.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Do you value professionalism and punctuality? Want to learn from and work with the best pros in the electrical industry? Then you're just who we're looking for. Mr. Sparky is seeking hard-working, committed, and trustworthy individuals. With industry-leading salaries, benefits, and growth potential, we also provide ongoing training. So come join our team at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
An equal opportunity employer.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Hi, Dan Martineau. When it rains in Florida, it really pours. Home without gutters can cause soil, landscape erosion, and potential foundation damage. D.R. Martineau will install new 6 or 7-inch seamless gutters and downspouts. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
In the morning and at night, we're the station that gets it right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
Jabbing babies and toddlers. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. They may be next in line for a COVID vaccine shot. Fox's Tanya J. Powers has the update live.
Dave, Pfizer says it will ask the FDA to okay its 2-dose COVID vaccine for kids under 5 years old on an emergency basis. The New York Times reports that Pfizer is continuing to research how well 3 doses work, and if they waited for that study to be submitted, it could be late spring before federal regulators could give it the okay. By submitting the 2-dose data, the hope is that they could get emergency authorization by the end of this month. Now, there are more than 19 million kids in the U.S. under the age of 5. All Americans over the age of 5 are already eligible for shots, Dave.
Tony, there could be another COVID vaccine for adults. Novavax has asked for emergency authorization for its version using a more traditional protein technology, unlike the newer mRNA vaccines like Pfizer's and Moderna's, which got full FDA approval yesterday. New York's indoor mask mandate remains in place as a court gives the state more time to appeal a ruling that struck it down. Some Republicans are demanding the CDC prove masks work.
We're requesting the scientific basis for the decision to continue with the mask mandates.
Congressman James Comer believes masks are harming kids' mental health. There are more talks today as more Russian troops near Ukraine's border. Fox's Greg Palkot's in Kyiv.
Pentagon and others tell us the Russian numbers continue to grow and are, quote, concerning. Secretary of State Blinken will speak by phone today with Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov. It was reported late yesterday that Russia submitted a written response to the latest U.S. proposal regarding de-escalation.
Russia today denies it sent that, accuses the U.S. of whipping up tension. A fertilizer plant's on fire in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and being allowed to burn. Firefighters fear a massive ammonium nitrate explosion early this morning. They urge people nearby to evacuate.
If it explodes, it'll level 1 mile radius. Please exit the area.
America's listening to Fox News.
This Fox News update is presented by Freedom Dental of Fort Myers. Online at freedomdentalftmyers.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out right now through Daniels Parkway. Still watching delays westbound at approaching Treeline Avenue and heading toward the interstate because of an earlier crash. It looks like it's pushed off to the side. No injuries reported. And FHP just cleared themselves from the scene, so should be opening back up shortly. No major problems up and down I-75. 41 looking good. Just some morning volume starting to pick up on both of our main highways. Getting busy on the Midpoint Bridge, eastbound, seeing backups building, heading toward Fort Myers out of Cape Coral. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a cold start to the day, we'll continue to warm things up nicely for this afternoon. Should be warmer than yesterday as temperatures will be back in the mid and upper 70s under a mix of sun and clouds. A bit breezy at times today as winds persist out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll keep us with some passing clouds as we head into tonight and for your Wednesday morning, which should be featuring an even milder start compared to today. 57 for overnight low. We're back into the 80s by tomorrow afternoon. A partly cloudy sky. We keep it quiet with highs eventually back into the middle 80s by Thursday and Friday. I'm Week News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Leftists make you fret? Check out rightallalong.net, the new web home for 92.5 Fox News.
Taxes are complicated, an industry that can have monthly law changes. This year, so many refundable credits, like kids, up to $3,600 per child, or earned income credits, nearly $7,000. Daycare, you're looking at another $8,000. Don't forget to reconcile your advanced child care credits or your stimulus money. That's where EG Tax comes in, your low-cost, high-value, knowledgeable tax team. We're located in Airport Pulling Road in Naples. Call 239-262-2009 or click egtax.com.
Hi, Stuart Duncan here from Duncan's Diamonds. With Valentine's Day approaching, you need to get your special love something spectacular and unforgettable. Usually the gift list is a dozen roses, chocolate, or diamond jewelry. But at Duncan's Diamonds, you can get all the above.
Yes, we want you to have an amazing Valentine's Day experience. At Duncan's Diamonds, we're offering a dozen roses and a box of chocolates with any purchase of $99 and above. We have the largest selection of diamond jewelry and estate Rolex watches at the best possible prices. Come see our collection of engagement rings, wedding bands, diamond earrings, bracelets, and necklaces. Amazing savings together with roses and candy. When selecting your diamonds and fine jewelry, you absolutely want them to be perfect. Why settle for anything less than the best this Valentine's? Duncan's Diamonds, your Valentine's Day diamond jewelry and Rolex watch headquarters. In Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
Are you looking to build a boat dock, boat lift, or a seawall? Hello, I'm Jimmy Williamson of Williamson Brothers Marine Construction. My brother Joe and I, along with our children, represent the fourth generation of a tradition that began with my grandfather back in 1967. And it's a tradition of building something that you can be proud to put your name on. If you need a boat dock, boat lift, or seawall, call Williamson Brothers at 844-WB-BUILT. Our docks, boat lifts, and seawalls are constructed with materials that pass the test of time. We only use stainless steel fasteners, marine-grade aluminum boat lifts, and the strongest deck board in the industry, Wear Deck. It's the last deck board you'll ever need. And lastly, our seawalls. We build them with enough concrete and steel that they come with a lifetime warranty. If you need a boat dock, boat lift, or a seawall, call Williamson Brothers at 844-WB-BUILT. We're online at WBDocks.com. That's WBDocks.com.
Hey, we've got my friend Dave Meister on the phone, of course, with the Floor Meisters, the family-owned Floor Meisters in Naples. And Dave, listen, I know you got a lot of things going on. You're selling a lot of cord tech. That's great, but you got this 8,000 square foot showroom with a selection of carpet that is absolutely unbelievable as well. And the prices right now are pretty amazing. So I hear you got this whole thing going on with Dreamweaver carpet starting at, wait a minute, let me just get this right, at just $1.99 a square foot?
Yes, installed carpet pad and labor, $1.99.
And there's the phones ringing already. Look at that. They're getting excited.
Oh, yeah.
Dave, tell me more about what we've got here.
So we've got a big selection, and this is quite a carpet.
Listen, if you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, you really owe it to yourself to visit their store, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. Whether it's tile, laminate, hardwood, or, of course, carpet, they've got it all. So give them a call today, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Thank you for waking us all up out here.
For all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Ah, look at you. Good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. That's the talking text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele as for ease. Thank you for watching, subscribing to the podcast, and to our channel on Rumble. We appreciate you. Coming up this morning, listen, you are not allowed to speak against whatever the tyrannical left wants you to say. You have to make sure that you follow all the rules, even if you don't understand what the rules are. And then when you try to be a rule follower, be careful what rules you're following, because the chances are that even if you're following the rules that are the right rules and you follow the rules, that the rules don't apply to you, and then ultimately those rules will destroy you. What am I talking about? I have no idea. No, actually I do. And it has to do with this professor that was suspended. And there's a lot of professors getting suspended lately. It's weird. It's almost as if you got to kind of go along with the tyranny, and if you don't, of the left, and if you speak out, then you will be shut down. Yep, a lot of that we're going to get to coming up in just a second. A couple of stories that I wanted to touch on quickly. Has anybody noticed that there's an Olympics this week starting? Jake the Millennial, did you realize that coming up this weekend, I don't even know what day it is. Is it Friday? I think it is, right? I don't know. You don't know, right? But isn't it weird that, like, typically the Olympics, you have this big fanfare, right? You know it's coming. You got the flame and the thing, and people are just hyped up about it, and they're all excited. They can't wait to see their luge, that kind of stuff, right? It's all the discussion about. Have you heard anything? It's been kind of quiet on the Olympic front.
Not till now.
In other words, I just reminded you that there's a 22 Olympics in Beijing. Yeah. Here's an odd story from that. The Epoch Times has the story: sealed from the rest of Beijing in a closed-loop bubble, over 200 American athletes are receiving daily COVID screening for the Winter Olympics. Well, that doesn't sound unusual, right? I mean, you're there, and they're concerned about the spread of COVID. But some experts are worried because their DNA may be collected by the Chinese Communist Party. No, they wouldn't collect DNA. Why would the Chinese do that? They would never do something like that. Come on. Patricia Adams, executive director of Canada-based nonprofit Probe International, said it's very likely that the CCP is going to be collecting top-performing athletes' DNA at the game. They're doing the testing every day, and there's absolutely no oversight over the use of the products that they're getting. The danger, they say, lies in the Chinese Communist Party using the mass data that they are collecting. Personal health information could be used to enhance artificial intelligence systems and fields of medicine, as well as assist in espionage and military operations. That the CCP would use it for unethical purposes. No way. We don't have proof that the Chinese Communist Party does things unethically when it comes to humans and personal health information and AI and medicine and espionage. No, there's nothing to worry about here. She noted that the problem is nobody trusts the Chinese government. We're doing all this testing, we're giving all this personal information over, and the fear is that listen, the athletes just want to play the games. The people just want to see the games. And we're in a communist country that is bent on the destruction of the United States and global domination. And it may sound like a video game or a movie or something ridiculous like that, but no, it's very real. It's very real. And again, I will bring this up. Look, if you plan on having a country that wants to destroy all the pillars of faith, of your religion, of you looking and knowing where your faith lies, and to tear all that down, and to not even just go secular, but to go a step further, and that your God is the government, like the all-knowing, all-being, omnipresent government is the one that's going to house you and feed you and take care of you and clothe you and all the things that you need. And if you're down and there are things that are going on that are really bad in your life, the government is there to pick you up, and really that your life is here on this planet to benefit the state, the government. The government is your God. Do you really think that there's any moral and ethical treatment of individuals, or even the norms that we would see in society? Don't you get that? Isn't it obvious? If you have a godless society, do you think they care what kind of abuse that they are doing? Who knows what they're doing in certain places? In rooms that we don't hear about or talk about or see, and experiments on who knows what human beings, and you can only imagine. I mean, it's obvious, right? We certainly don't want to be those people, do we? I mean, I'm just making sure, because you don't want to speak up too loudly against certain things, because you can't. Look, at least we know that in this country we don't have that kind of issue. I mean, we speak out, we say things. Our freedom of speech. There is something there that is
breaking news.
A bombshell. Oh wait, this just in. Yeah, we got issues here. We got some. Hey, anybody early on was talking about the possibility that ivermectin might be something that we might want to use as a therapy when it comes to COVID treatments? Well, hey, guess what? A Japanese pharmaceutical company now said on Monday that ivermectin has an antiviral effect against Omicron and other COVID-19 variants. As a matter of fact, they're going to start manufacturing and using it and have it there as their treatment. Ivermectin suppresses invasion of the virus and inhibits its replication. It's expected to be applied as a therapeutic for all new coronavirus infectious diseases. How about that? It has the same antiviral effect on all mutant strains, including Alpha, Delta, and Omicron. Hey, are we allowed to say that? Because it wasn't too long ago that I couldn't even bring up that word without being shut down on certain social media sites. So... And yeah, I mean, that goes to Joe Rogan and Neil Young and Joni Mitchell. Look up Joni Mitchell. I know it's a hard one. But anyway, to know that they're still around and what they did. But anyway, I gotta stop making fun of Neil Young. Look, some of the music was... So anyway, here's the point. Joe Rogan pointing out, obviously, in his podcasts and... even on, I guess, what was an Instagram message to people, responding to what has happened with this whole cancel culture in the show and not being able to speak, and that many of the things you weren't allowed to say before that were verboten, all of a sudden now it's like, hold on, magically, wait a minute, we've changed our mind. Well, look at this. And the tragedy, of course, comes in the fact that how many lives could have been saved? How many people could have gotten life-saving treatments for themselves and their families, but were denied because politics? So there's that out there. All right, 239-479-5592. Hey, I got to get to this story. Coming up, we're going to talk about Whoopi Goldberg and what she said about the Holocaust, and how that is something where if you were to mention this, if anybody else were to say it, they would be canceled. They would not be able to be on television anymore. They would be probably retired now and someplace else. No, because it is the left. The left saves the left, and all we need is a little tiny little apology for saying something bad about Jews and the Holocaust and race and listen, if it has a small little apology attached, all's forgiven, everything's good. Keep doing what you do. Go after Trump. Come on, more Trump stuff. Let's go. Come on. Right? What's that? All right, let's take a break. When we come back, how does a law professor in Chicago get suspended for redacting slurs in a law school exam? Now, this is an unbelievable story. Wait till you hear this coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along. Here's traffic with Therese O'Shea.
Heading out right now through Daniels Parkway, still watching delays westbound approaching Treeline Avenue and heading toward the interstate because of an earlier crash. It looks like it's pushed off to the side. No injuries reported, and FHP just cleared themselves from the scene, so should be opening back up shortly. No major problems up and down I-75. 41 looking good. Just some morning volume starting to pick up on both of our main highways. Getting busy on the Midpoint Bridge eastbound, seeing backups building, heading toward Fort Myers out of Cape Coral. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After another cold start to the day, we'll be warming things up nicely for this afternoon under a mix of sun and clouds. Look for temperatures back in the mid and upper 70s. A bit breezy at times with winds persisting out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Even milder as we start your Wednesday morning with a low near 57, 82 for tomorrow afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
The news you need, the host you trust, getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Lusk, Draysites, and Tulisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Draysites, and Tulisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit ldtlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Draysites, and Tulisano. ldtlaw.com.
Did you know that if you have $600 or more in the bank, President Biden wants to check your account? Ty Lassiter of Key City Capital here to tell you why. In an unprecedented move, President Biden's administration wants to have access to all Americans' bank accounts with over $600 to keep an eye on things so that we can be safe. At Key City Capital, we are committed to protecting and growing our clients' wealth regardless of what this president does. Our track record of double-digit returns and tax mitigation has truly been life-changing for our clients.
Call Key City Capital today for your free tax and wealth analysis appointment at 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Or check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Trey Radel, your host of The Drive here. So I've gone to Dr. France and his team for the LASIK procedure. Just absolutely amazing. I've got family members who went there for cataracts. Now, if you have blurry vision, I want to tell you about France's Lifestyle Lens. Whether it's clear vision that you need or an extended depth of focus for driving at night, whatever it is, you can trust your eyes to a France eye care solution. Schedule your cataract evaluation today. Team will determine the best lens technology for your eyes in order to enhance the vision results of your cataract surgery. Why? Because decades of experience matters. Having the latest technology matters. Improving your quality of life after cataract surgery matters. Call France Eye Care today to schedule your cataract evaluation. Call 239-418-0999.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Southwest Florida. I'm Lois Tomey from Wink News, inviting you to join us as we march toward 1 million meals by March 1st. We need your help. You can donate at winkfeedsfamilies.com. Less than $5 a day feeds a family of 4. So please join the march. Donate now at winkfeedsfamilies.com and help Wink march toward 1 million meals by March 1st.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching. All right. I don't know if it gets any crazier than this, but here you go. I'm going to try to explain it to you. Ready, Jake? This is follow the story. You ready? So there's a law professor named James Kilbourne. He was suspended, and he is filing a First Amendment lawsuit against the University of Illinois, Chicago. And here's what happened. It's a very, I don't know how to, I can't even, this is the world we live in. So here's what happened. He has this class that he teaches. He's teaching students about how to recognize issues of racism in law, right? And some of the things that you may see presented to you that would be questions about employment, let's say, right? So he had this thing that he was doing where he gives this hypothetical question and situation that has to do with issues of race and racism. And so in previous years, he's used this. And what he did was he gave questions for people to look at in his law class to see whether or not this would be an issue of racism and it would be racial slurs. And so the question about employment discrimination referenced a plaintiff being called just an N, or just the letter, or a B, right? So profane expressions for an African American or a woman, and everybody knows what that is, right? The N and the B. Okay. They're redacted. It's just the letter. There's nothing else in there. He made sure that not only did he leave the word out, okay, he also said, here's what I'm going to do. Just to make sure, Jake, that nobody says anything about racial issues or just triggering anybody, anything like that, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to record all of the audio. I'm going to audio record my classes so people can see not only that I'm not using the word, the N word or the B word, that all I'm doing is putting the letter N and the letter B to be sensitive to students in the classroom. And I'm going to audio record it so you see that I'm not even using the words. Like it's not, so it's all out there. And it's like, good, we're going to make sure that we do this. We're going to keep an eye on it, right? Well, apparently the UIC's Black Law Students Association and Jesse Jackson had a problem with it. The letters, redacted, never said the words. This is in a class, to teach people in a law class, to recognize racial discrimination. And how else to do this? Now he has to participate in months-long training on classroom conversations that address racism and compelling him to write reflection papers before he can return to the classroom. And in a stunning bit of irony, are you ready for this? The individualized training material, so the training material that was used that the university approved and said you can use this, had the same redacted slur that Kilborn used in the test questions. So, not only in the training materials, but in the explanation in the lawsuit of what the teacher was doing, they had the letter N and the letter B, just like he was doing in the classroom that he's been doing since like December of 2020. It's something that has been done before, and he's got audio recordings because he wants to make sure nobody's going to get upset. And even in that, he has to participate in training of classroom conversations to address racism, thanks to the UIC's Black Law Students Association and Jesse Jackson. And in the lawsuit itself, it has the redacted words. And in the individualized training materials that the school approved, it has it as well. What? But that's where we are. So we keep an eye on that story. It's, again, this idea that there are rules or ways that you have to address people or do things in life that we are told by the minority of voices telling the majority what to do in a woke culture, in all the things that have been discussed when it comes to an issue like this. And then you're saying, okay, is this okay to do? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so I can do this. It's okay. No, you can't do that. No, well, what are the rules? What am I doing? Where do you go? You know, where do you go from here? I think wasn't it Guns N' Roses who famously said that? Where do we go now? See what I no, Jake? Yeah, wasn't it? Oh, where do we go now? What? Should I have not? I've taken a very serious topic and have just
nailed it.
I nailed it. Thanks. Nailed it. It's very serious because you can't survive this. This country can't survive this. Academia thinks, or you look and you say, oh, it's academia, it's no big deal. This is what they're doing in universities, and they got their own thing going on, and it's never going to trickle down to our kids in classrooms in elementary or middle or high schools or even into society. It's just something that will be left there. You sure about that? Are you sure about that?
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Hey, this is Papa reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list, and in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection.
License number CCC 1326213.
Hi, I'm Soren Christensen with Advanced Wealth Advisors. Are you worried about higher taxes now and in the future? Are you looking for opportunities to reduce your taxes and increase your income? I'm a certified financial planner professional with training in investment, retirement, and tax planning. I'll work with you to ensure your financial plan is maximizing all tax reduction opportunities. Visit awadvisors.com to request a consultation and to see the Advanced Wealth Advisors difference. That's awadvisors.com.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
Have you ever had pain down your legs or into your hips and thought, why is this happening? There's a large nerve that comes out of your back that runs down into your leg called the sciatic nerve. This nerve can get compressed by a bulging herniated disc, arthritis, stenosis, or scoliosis. This causes sciatica, which eventually can lead to back, leg, or hip pain, weakness, or numbness. Avoid the band-aids like anti-inflammatories, spinal injections, or painful surgery. Sciatica, as well as bulging disc neuropathy and stenosis, can now effectively be treated with non-surgical spinal decompression at Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK. Spinal decompression decompresses the discs and nerves, allowing them to heal. FDA cleared, safe and comfortable. Make a decision to live life without pain. Call my office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
I'm Chris Foster. A coronavirus vaccine for kids under 5 could be approved by the end of the month. As soon as today, Pfizer is expected to request emergency use approval for that age group.
While young children have been found to be far less likely than adults to develop any serious complications or to die from COVID, cases among the age group have risen dramatically during the Omicron surge. Pfizer's lower dose vaccine was authorized for children between the ages of 5 and 11 in late October. In Washington, Sean Blanchell, Fox News.
People within a mile of a fertilizer plant fire in Winston-Salem, North Carolina are told to leave. There have been small explosions inside and firefighters have backed off, concerned about all the ammonium nitrate in the building.
The building has collapsed, and so access to that product that's in the building is restricted.
Fire Chief Trey Mayo. Evacuees are told to plan on being away for up to 48 hours. A bill to provide universal health care in California dies in the state assembly with not enough support to pass by a midnight deadline. America's listening to Fox.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Dealing with a crash right now along I-75 southbound at mile marker 116 near the exit to Bonita Beach Roads. Also dealing with a crash on Orange River Boulevard at Lakeside Club Boulevard in Lee County, just east of I-75. In Collier County, we're watching a crash right now on Tarpon Bay Boulevard at Immokalee Road, which is right near the Target Plaza, just east of I-75, causing some slight slowdowns. The midpoint, just some backups building eastbound out of the Cape into Fort Myers. Cape Coral Bridge, though, clear in both directions. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Theresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a cold start to the day, we'll continue to warm things up nicely for this afternoon. Should be warmer than yesterday as temperatures will be back in the mid and upper 70s under a mix of sun and clouds. A A bit breezy at times today as winds persist out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll keep us with some passing clouds as we head into tonight and for your Wednesday morning, which should be featuring an even milder start compared to today. 57 for overnight low. We're back into the 80s by tomorrow afternoon. A partly cloudy sky. We keep it quiet with highs eventually back into the middle 80s by Thursday and Friday. I'm Week News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom, too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. This Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table. We do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Getting older has its advantages. Early bird dinners, senior discounts, day drinking. If you're one of the millions turning 65 soon, it might be time to take a look at your insurance options. Original Medicare, Medicare Advantage, so much to keep in mind. At Millennium Physician Group, half our patients are 65 plus. No matter what insurance benefits you choose, make sure your Millennium primary care doctor is part of your plan and your connection to a healthier life. Millennium Physician Group. Connect today. 844-CALL-MPG, millenniumphysician.com.
Taxes are complicated, an industry that can have monthly law changes. This year, so many refundable credits, like kids, up to $3,600 per child, or earned income credits, nearly $7,000. Daycare, you're looking at another $8,000. Don't forget to reconcile your advanced child care credits or your stimulus money. That's where EG Tax comes in, your low-cost, high-value, knowledgeable tax team. We're located in Airport Pulling Road in Naples. Call 239-262-2009 or click egtax.com.
Every day we wake up and look forward to the future. A future that's already here, with cleaner, more reliable energy and bills among the lowest in the nation, just as they've been for over a decade. So how does the typical FPL bill stack up? Well, it's lower than New York, Michigan, California, and many other states. And we'll keep working hard to keep it that way. That's cleaner, more reliable, affordable energy Florida can depend on. Learn more at fpl.com/value.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website you can watch right there. Subscribe to our channel on Rumble. Coming up in about 10 minutes or so, Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Have a little bit of fun with you this morning. And we've got a $35 gift certificate to Alda's Diner, otherwise known as Alda's Restaurant and Bar, at the corner of 951 Vanderbilt Beach Road in Naples. So you'll win just for playing Drew's College. Coming up. And then we've got some news at the end of the week on some things that you're not going to want to miss out on as well. All right, let's see. Brendan Leslie, Florida Conservative Voice, flconservativevoice.com is the website. He's joining us right now from chilly Tallahassee. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. How are we doing?
How we doing?
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like Florida up here.
Yeah, well, there's a lot that doesn't feel like Florida. Northern Florida, like real trees. I shouldn't say that's not really nice. We have nice trees here in southern Florida and southeast and southwest Florida, but still, it's a different. You have hills. When the highest place in southwest Florida is the overpass, on I-75. That whole thing going on. So anyway, lots of stories to touch on. What's the first thing that you're looking at this morning? What's one of the things that's tickling your fancy?
Oh, we got to debunk this whole fake narrative, fake manufactured crisis about this horrific Nazi protest that happened in Orlando and the attacks that they're using to smear the governor and his press secretary, Christina Pushaw.
Yeah, so by the way, in case you don't know the story, so over the weekend, there was like, I don't know, maybe it was like 15 people.
12.
Something like that.
Idiots.
Okay, so, and they're self-proclaimed Nazis. They're yelling anti-Semitic slogans outside of a Central Florida shopping plaza. They were on an overpass with a flag. The sheriff's department came in and kind of dispersed the crowd, but they ended up at like street corners. It was really bizarre, and some people took some video of it. Okay, you got a Nazi rally there in Central Florida of a couple of people there that making some noise. I don't know if it was a rally, if you called 12 people a rally, but there they are. For I don't know for what reason. There's no reason. They just like there they are. Okay, so now all of a sudden, for some reason, it pivots to the governor. Like people, and I'm not even talking about just asking the question, hey, what are your thoughts on this? Not good, right? No. I'm talking about major media outlets saying things like, are you ready for this? Florida Governor DeSantis under fire for refusal to condemn Orlando neo-Nazi rally. What? What are you talking about? And so what about that? What did you hear?
Well, the media is truly trying to paint a picture that DeSantis is a Nazi. It's ridiculous because they expect him to come out right away and slam a tiny little incident that barely needs any media coverage. It was 12 idiots just displaying signs. They got dispersed. That was the end of it.
Right.
And DeSantis's thought process, from what I'm hearing, was, why am I going to give any credibility to these idiots? Like, no, the law enforcement handled it. It's done. Obviously, DeSantis is not a Nazi. Obviously, DeSantis condemns any sort of white supremacy. I mean, he signed the strongest anti-Semitism bill in the nation into law last year. So clearly, he has a strong record on protecting the Jewish community. But the media, this is no different than when the media had to ask President Trump every single day, do you condemn white supremacy, based off of the lie from the Charlottesville's, his speech with the Charlottesville protest with those white supremacists. So it's just the media looking to manufacture another crisis against Governor DeSantis and make him look bad.
Yeah, and by the way, his answer was not satisfactory for a legacy fake news media or anybody in the state. When he was asked yesterday, they're saying that he's dodging questions about these demonstrators. It's 12 people. Barely anybody even heard about it or even knew this was going on. This wasn't anything nationalized or Trump flags. You're painting a picture here that is ridiculous, and he wasn't going to fall for it. And so when asked about it yesterday, here's what he said.
So what I'm going to say is these people, these Democrats who are trying to use this as some type of political issue to try to smear me as if I had something to do with it, we're not playing their game. You know, some jackasses, doing this on the street. First of all, state law enforcement is going to hold them accountable because they were doing stuff on the overpass. So they're absolutely going to do that, and they should do that. But I'm not going to have people try to smear me that belong to a political party that has elevated anti-Semites to the halls of Congress like Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, so there you go.
It's amazing. He's doing what exactly he should do, and that is not bending the knee to the mob. It's exactly like what you said. It was 12 people. It's not like it was this huge planned thing that just took over.
But he didn't disavow them, Brandon. He didn't disavow them. Come on now.
Oh, I know. He's got to say the words. I denounce them. Yeah. Calling them jackasses.
And even if he did, it doesn't matter. Even if he did, again, it's not going to be satisfactory. It's just it's almost like you feel like this is a setup of some kind. It's just outrageous.
Honestly, if any lawmakers are listening to me right now, do what DeSantis did when you face an issue like this. Do not bend the knee to them. Obviously, we denounce white supremacy and we all hate it, but we do not need to cave and bend the knee every single time the left freaks out.
Yeah. Brendan Leslie joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. FLConservativeVoice.com is the website, Florida Conservative Voice, and he's in Tallahassee right now. So what else did you hear? What anything else going on that you've heard? I know you just got there and you're going to be there for a little bit, so there's going to be more that you're going to have, certainly, by the end of the week. But what else have you been hearing about?
Yeah, well, I'm super excited. We're going to be sitting down with the Lieutenant Governor in a few hours and interviewing her exclusively. So that's going to be really cool to hear from her side. And something I want to talk about with Southwest Florida in particular is Representative Lauren Mello's bill that I will be sitting down discussing with her in a little bit about mechanical harvesting on Lake Okeechobee. I know I kind of piqued your interest before we got on the air about this. So we have an issue in the lake that's kind of hurting our water quality, is we're getting a ton of chemicals being sprayed into the lake to kill invasive plants, which is actually needs to be done. There is a place in this world where we need to use chemicals to kill these invasive plants, because if we don't kill the invasive plants, the ecology of the lake would be destroyed. But where Lauren Mello's bill comes in is it's called mechanical harvesting. It's going to help balance out those chemicals, so we don't just put a ton of chemicals into the lake. We kind of lower it a little bit. But that mechanical harvesting would be boats that would come in, gather up those invasive plants, so it's less chemicals in the lake and hopefully better water quality moving forward.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. And I'm just wondering, is there anything, I saw a story, people still talking about, and I've talked to many people about the redistricting in the state and keeping an eye on this. And listen, people are frustrated. I'll just tell you, and if you get an opportunity to speak to people, and certainly I will be up there soon as well to talk to people about this, there is frustration because Democrats will go full-on redistrict because to the victor get the spoils, and they understand it, and the voters have a say. And when the voters decide to vote for, and even in a state like New York, when they're voting for Democrats, and you know what Democrats are going to do, and the option to have a proposal there and a map, what do? A 22-4 Democrat to Republican map. They want to eliminate basically Republicans even having a chance to do anything in the state until another election comes along when they can rewrite the maps. It's just the way it is. And a lot of people look at this and say, how come Republicans don't do that? Why are there so many Republican states that just acquiesce? That, no, we can't do that. We've got to be nice and we got to be fair. And well, it's not. You're being fair because people elected you, and because of that representation, they want to have, and you get to have, this redistricting happen under your terms, and especially when it comes to the free state of Florida and ensuring that that's going to continue to take place. Many people have said you go big or you go home, and you don't kind of dabble around the edges, and you do what it's amazing. It's again, Democrats will go full on, full bump, just do whatever they have to do to eliminate you because it's a political battle that they're not going to lose. And Republicans are like, no, we want to be the nice guys, and they end up losing. And so the question becomes, what's going on with redistricting in the state?
Well, I got some very good news for you there, Drew. I've spoken to several sources already in Tallahassee, and the vibe is exactly what you said. Democrats do it, so we're going to do it. Let's be blunt. Gerrymandering happens all over the place, all the time. Every redistricting in every single state, every single census. Let's just be honest about it. That's what happens. It depends on if you have the conservative court or not to uphold your gerrymander, or your liberal court, depending on if you're in blue state. Here in Florida, we so happen to have a conservative court that would uphold it. And I've been told that there is a strong push behind the scenes right now to make sure that I don't know how they're going to do it, but there's a strong push to get the governor's map, the one that his team drew, into law. And that is the map that would give the Republicans an extreme stronghold on the state as compared to the Senate and House maps that only increases the control of the Republicans by a little bit and hasn't really been well received by the public. But I have been told that they are doing whatever they can to make that happen because you're right. That's the vibe. They're like, why are we going to sit here and let Illinois, New York, California just completely turn into a liberal communist state and then leave Florida susceptible to the left? He's like, we should just go, as you said, go big or go home.
Yeah, and remember something, everybody. We elect our representatives. These representatives are there to do the will of the people. And so it isn't a situation where somebody, you can't be like them. You can't do, just because they're doing it doesn't mean that we're, no. It's a different situation. It's not like that. It's a couple of things. Number one, it's Republicans pushing back because they see what Democrats will do. And it's not about reaching and crossing the aisle, unfortunately, because you can't do it with individuals, people who want to defund police and tear down the structures fundamentally of this country and want to, how do you work with that? What you do is you defeat them, and then after you bring them to the table and say, now we can talk once you're defeated. And that's just what, and again, I know that some people don't like that kind of talk, but it is what it is. You can't live in the world that you wish it will be. You have to live in the world that is. And the world that is this one. And so, and then the other part of it is the important aspect of elections have consequences and strengthening the free state of Florida, as opposed to having any avenue where a Democrat could come in or Democrats could come in somehow, some way, who knows how, and ultimately upend the great work that we've done in the state. Fair and honest.
Listen, it's the real world. The real world is not pretty, and we have to live in it. And if we want to keep Florida the way we are, it has to happen. And, you know, if you look at the governor's map, there's only one real argument the Democrats could bring to the Supreme Court, which I think we could shut down, is the fact that we take such a huge jump in Republican control. But if you look at the actual districts and how they're drawn, they follow the rules. So,
yeah, you could. We're not talking about breaking the rules, everybody. We're not talking about doing something that's not constitutionally sound. It's just the idea that you're supposed to give to people because you're just nice. You're just going to, it's just fair. It's just fair. It's fair for us to, we don't, unfortunately right now, we just don't live in that world. We will once we defeat the left in this country, and it's going to be a long battle because they're not going anywhere. But you got to fight politically. Yeah. All right, Brendan Leslie, flconservativevoice.com is the website, Florida's Conservative Voice. Next week, obviously, we're going to have a lot more on this because you'll be speaking with a bunch of folks, and maybe even by the end of the week, if you got an update, we'll check back in, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I appreciate your time, sir. All right, we'll see you. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Right now, caller number 9 at 239-479-5592. You'll get to play Drew's College and win a gift certificate to Alda's Diner, the corner of 951 and Vanderbilt Beach Road in Naples. A $35 gift certificate for you just for playing Drew's College. Next, let's find out what's going on with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
I-75 southbound seeing some slight backups because of a crash just south of the exit to Bonita Beach Road at mile marker 114 off on the left-hand side. Also dealing with a crash on Veterans Parkway at Skyline Boulevard in Cape Coral. Major backups coming out of the Cape heading into Fort Myers because of the Midpoint Bridge slowing down. A lot of eastbound volume out there, so may want to avoid that bridge by taking the Cape Coral Bridge instead. Also in the Cape, a rollover off to the side of the road on Kismet Parkway East and Northeast 23rd Place. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After another cold start to the day, we'll be warming things up nicely for this afternoon under a mix of sun and clouds. Look for temperatures back in the mid and upper 70s. A bit breezy at times with winds persisting out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Even milder as we start your Wednesday morning with a low near 57, 82 for tomorrow afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All
Hi,
along.
Stuart Duncan here. At Duncan's Diamonds, we are the finest previously enjoyed Rolex watches, and we give a 2-year warranty. Come in and try them on. We offer great financing plans, too, of up to 60 months.
Valentine's Day is coming, and at Duncan's Diamonds, we have the largest selection of diamond jewelry at the best possible prices. Come see our enormous collection of engagement rings, wedding bands, diamond earrings, bracelets, and necklaces. When selecting your diamonds and fine jewelry, you absolutely want them to be the best. With Valentine's Day approaching, you need to get your special love something spectacular and unforgettable. Usually the gift list is a dozen roses, chocolates, or diamond jewelry. But at Duncan's Diamonds, you can get all of the above with any purchase, $99 or more. And we will not be undersold by anyone, anywhere. You can count on it. Come see us today. in Fort Myers on US 41 and the Gulf Coast Town Center and Naples at Mercado.
A new year, a new floor. Why not? Hey, it's Trey Radel for Britt's Carpet Outlet. It's the winter season, and you know who it brings. All kinds of family and friends from the north as they all come here to unthaw out of the cold. Well, now is the time to get that beautiful luxury vinyl floor installed to handle all the extra traffic. Whether it's feet or paws, this is the floor that can take it. It looks great, it wears great, and it's waterproof. So spills, pet accidents, whatever it is, no damage at all, and cleanup is as easy as a damp paper towel. Britt's offers luxury vinyl plank in literally hundreds of colors and styles to match any decor. So to match your style, just bring a scrap of fabric or a slipcover to Britt's Carpet Outlet in Fort Myers or Cape Coral. Britt's always features great low prices. They are great people to deal with. It's 2022, marking their 50th year in business. Stop by now. Britt's Carpet Outlet. Be sure to tell them that Trey Radel sent you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pugh with Melanie Pugh Gentle Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Since we opened our practice in 2006, there's 5 things we hear the most from our dental patients. One is that our patients know their dentistry is going to last. We have strict rules about what dental materials we use. We never use generic or aftermarket materials or overseas labs. You can find cheaper dentistry with lower quality materials. It's just not what we do. Learn more about us at drmelaniepugh.com. That's Melanie Pugh, Pugh.com.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar & Levine. Unfortunately, many drivers in Florida do not carry liability insurance or have limits of insurance that are insufficient to cover your injuries. Uninsured motorist is valuable coverage that you can purchase to protect you in those instances. Call the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Fort Myers, Naples.
Fox News listeners, Saturday morning is the perfect time to talk boats and water fun in Southwest Florida. This is Adam Botana again from Baywater Sousa Boat Club. Join us every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 for the Baywater Boat Club Hour. We talk boats, fishing, boating hotspots, water quality, on top of Jake the Millennial and I just having fun on the radio. And if you don't have a boat, Baywater Sousa Boat Club has got you covered. Just call me, Adam, at 239-495-0455.
Replace your AC today, go on a cruise tomorrow. Island Air wants to send you to the island. Matt here from Island Air of Southwest Florida with some great news.
Decisions. Do I buy an air conditioner? Do I take a vacation? For a limited time, Island Air is offering you both in one package.
Call us today to find out more details on how to claim your voucher. Call 239-466-8668.
Call 466-8668 for more details.
License number CAC 057544.
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Ryan in Naples. Hey, Ryan, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Well, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD or associate's degree. Question starts right now. How often are American presidential elections held, Ryan?
Every 4 years.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got an associate's. Let's see if we get a bachelor's degree on this question. George H.W. Bush is president of the United States. George H.W. Bush, president of the United States. Who's the vice president at that time?
That was Dan. I can't spell potato quail.
Oh, that's not nice, but true. Okay, yes, that's correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's. Let's see if we get a master's degree on this question. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. What was that called?
That was the Civil War.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a master's. We'll see if we get a PhD on this question. In 1917, President Wilson asks Congress to declare war on which country?
I believe that was Germany.
That is correct, sir. Congratulations, you got yourself a PhD. You are the smartest person on your phone. Is anybody in the car? Anybody in the car with you?
No.
You're the smartest person in your car. Anybody on the road around you there, Ryan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, that I can't guarantee. I can't.
Fighting the Naples traffic.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't go any further than that. That's as far as I can go as your vehicle. All right, well, congratulations. You got a PhD, and you got a gift certificate, $35 gift certificate to have breakfast at the great Alda's Diner at the corner of 951 and Vanderbilt Beach Road in Naples. They are fantastic. So congratulations. Stay right there, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, back at you. Thank you. Thanking you. Back at you. 239-479-5592. Yeah, Alda's Restaurant and Bar, by the way. Great place to go for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And a great place to talk politics, too. It's like one of those places. You don't have to worry about all of that. It's nice. All right, Whoopi Goldberg, The View, making a mess of the show. But it doesn't matter because if there's an apology in there someplace when it comes to the Holocaust and some of the things that were said, everything is all okay because it's leftist.
92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Investment and retirement planning is personal. The Annex Wealth Management way is to meet you where you're at. That's the best place to start. Seasoned investor, careful saver, or do-it-yourselfer tidying up loose ends. If you're ready for comprehensive wealth management from the fee-only fiduciaries at Annex, we are ready for you. Maybe you're stuck and not sure what to do next. It's time for Wealth Metric with a deep dive on investment, retirement, and tax planning. Know the difference with a fee-only fiduciary. One team, one plan, one fee. Start today at annexwealth.com.
Forget the senseless talk. You need news and information, and you need it now.
Wink News now. Wink News now.
The most comprehensive, most trusted, and coming to you first.
Breaking right now at 3.
We know you'll agree. The place to be at 3 is Wink TV.
When it comes to business news, Gulf Shore Business covers Gulf Shore businesses like nobody's business. Daily coverage of local breaking business news you can't get anywhere else. Subscribe today for the free daily Gulf Shore Business newsletter. Text GB to 239-498-8500.
Getting older has its advantages. Early bird dinners, senior discounts, day drinking. If you're one of the millions turning 65 soon, it might be time to take a look at your insurance options. Original Medicare, Medicare Advantage, so much to keep in mind. At Millennium Physician Group, half our patients are 65 plus. No matter what insurance benefits you choose, make sure your Millennium primary care doctor is part of your plan and your connection to a healthier life. Millennium Physician Group. Connect today. 844-CALL-MPG. MillenniumPhysician.com.
Southwest Florida knows 92.5 Fox News is the right place for the best live and local talk. From 6 to 9, Drew Steele's live and local. Trey Radel in The Drive is local and live at 5. Drew Steele, mornings 6 to 9. Trey Radel on The Drive, afternoons at 5. Southwest Florida's live and local talk is always right here. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along. From early morning to late at night, the station that gets it right is 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right. All along.
Little kids may be next in line to get a jab. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Pfizer is expected as early as today to ask the government to approve its COVID vaccine for kids aged 6 months to 5 years old.
While young children have been found to be far less likely than adults to develop any serious complications or to die from COVID, cases among the age group have risen dramatically during the Omicron surge.
Fox's Sean Langell. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will talk again today with his Russian counterpart over fears the U.S. has of a Ukraine invasion.
Military aid for Ukrainian forces continues to arrive. The fourth shipment of lethal aid of American ammunition, etc., came in last night. The UK has supplied anti-tank missiles to the Ukrainians.
Fox's Greg Palcott in Kyiv. There have been bomb scares at some historically black colleges. Fox's Evan Brown following this live.
Yeah, Dave, a number of historically black campuses either locked down or put students on and faculty on alert yesterday and today now due to threats received. And that again includes Howard University in D.C. A spokesman for Howard tells Fox News the campus search has turned up nothing and the shelter-in-place order is lifted, though police are still investigating. Spelman College and Fort Valley State in Georgia were threatened this morning, along with Morgan State in Maryland. 8 HBCU campuses received threats last month as well, though they turned out to be unfounded, Dave.
Evan, speaking of scare, thousands of people living within a mile of a fertilizer plant in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, told to evacuate overnight because the plant's on fire. Firefighters stopped battling it, fearing an explosion.
There is a large volume of
ammonium nitrate on site.
Fire Chief Trey Mayo. Happy New Year. The year of the tiger's begun.
It's called the Spring Festival in China and Hong Kong and usually focuses on themes like reunion and hope, lasting around 40 days. Lunar New Year is celebrated in South Korea, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, and other places with a large Chinese population.
That's Fox's Tanya J. Powers. America's listening to Fox News.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News, traffic.
I-75 southbound seeing some slight backups because of a crash just south of the exit to Bonita Beach Road at mile marker 114 off on the left-hand side. Also dealing with a crash on Veterans Parkway at Skyline Boulevard in Cape Coral. Major backups coming out of the Cape heading into Fort Myers because of the Midpoint Bridge slowing down. A lot of eastbound volume out there, so may want to avoid that bridge by taking the Cape Coral Bridge instead. Also in the Cape, a rollover off to the side of the road on Kismet Parkway East and Northeast 23rd Place. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a cold start to the day, we'll continue to warm things up nicely for this afternoon. Should be warmer than yesterday as temperatures will be back in the mid and upper 70s under a mix of sun and clouds. A bit breezy at times today as winds persist out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll keep us with some passing clouds as we head into tonight and for your Wednesday morning, which should be featuring an even milder start compared to today. 57 for overnight low. We're back into the 80s by tomorrow afternoon, a partly cloudy sky. We keep it quiet with highs eventually back into the middle 80s by Thursday and Friday. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Got friends and family living far away? Tell them to stream the best station yet at rightallalong.net, the online home of 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is the Florida window factory. Our windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we understand Florida weather. With New South Windows, you don't have to sacrifice energy efficiency for storm protection. Our Energy Star rated windows and doors are made with impact and non-impact options, giving you the best of both worlds. New South Window, home of your ultimate Florida window.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts up to 30%. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
100% organic food and thought. When you walk into Food and Thought, everything you see is organic. Our market, our juice bar, and our cafe. If it's not organic food, it doesn't make it into our store. And it's not just about the organic label. We take it a step further to find out where each product comes from, the ingredients, and how it's made. And that's why we say we're militantly organic so you can shop in peace. Food and Thought.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one relationship with their investment and fiduciary team members, each of whom are locally based and meet regularly with clients for in-person or virtual visits. This personal touch is a trademark of the Trust Company. We make it a point to know you, your family members, and the goals that are most important to you. Are you ready for a better experience? Call us for an appointment at 239-774-4000 or visit NaplesTrustCompany.com to discover the difference.
A division of the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for your support for veterans in the military. Educating us. Standing up for conservatism. Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. You look great. You really do. Especially for this hour of the morning. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live. DrewSteele.com, the website, Steele Ice for Ease. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. A little note, something for you to jot down and tuck away wherever you tuck things. That Friday we will be at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. Our first Friday broadcast, once again of the month, happens on Friday, and we get there at 6 a.m. They get up an hour early and open up an hour early so that you can enjoy breakfast with us. There's a whole lot going on. It's a fun time. And we look forward to seeing you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples, our first Fridays of the month. Look, it's not uncommon for the left to say things that are dumb, outrageous, however you want to say it. And it's not uncommon for The View to be the purveyor of those things front and center. It just happens. And listen, the good news is, as long as you are a Democrat, as long as you are a lefty, then you are fine. All you have to do is say you're sorry about something, or say that you stand corrected on something that is an outrageous statement that you make, and all is good. All is forgiven. No problem. Whoopi Goldberg issued an apology for something that she said yesterday. What could she possibly say that would need the apology? Well, in case you missed it, no biggie. It was just this.
Well, also, if you're going to do this, then let's be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race.
Okay, she's talking about, they're talking about a Holocaust book that was taken out of a Tennessee school. There's a second part to this story that's very important. And so now Whoopi Goldberg says that the Holocaust wasn't about race.
No, it's not about race.
It is. Yeah, no, it's Jews about a different race.
But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man. That's what it's about.
But it's about white supremacy. It's about
but
going
it's
after
not. It's
Jews
not about
and
race.
Okay. So anyway, arguing back and forth about the Holocaust not being about race, which is one of the most outrageous, ridiculous things anybody could ever say. And it's even worse than that. It was Ben Shapiro on Jesse Waters' program last night who was explaining how insane and insidious on every level this is, because it's deeper than this, if you listen to the explanation.
Okay, so to understand what Whoopi Goldberg is doing, you have to understand the basic left-wing intersectional theory of life is that all of society is structures of power, that there are victimized groups and there are victimizing groups. And the problem is that in American society and the West more generally, Jews are disproportionately successful. According to the left, disproportionately successful groups are beneficiaries of the white supremacist system and are, in fact, either white or white adjacent. So Whoopi Goldberg actually said that during the Holocaust, it was two groups of white people who were fighting each other, meaning the Nazis and the Jews, which is an insane contention. But that, again, ties into this idea that Jews are white people, and therefore, Jews aren't really the victims of the Holocaust. It's really all of humanity that was the victim of the Holocaust. Jews are just white people in general. And this is why you see from the left, when it comes to anti-Semitism, they are utterly unwilling on any level to condemn anti-Semitism unless it's an actual white supremacist who's doing it. If it's black Hebrew Israelites who are attempting to murder Jews in New Jersey, or if it's Jews in Williamsburg who are being beaten up by black guys on the streets in New Jersey, or if it is the latest anti-Semitic attack in Texas, which was performed by a radical Muslim, all of that disappears from the news immediately. It is not a major anti-Semitic problem. It's only anti-Semitism if they can categorize it as a white-on-white attack, essentially.
And remember, I said there's a second part to this. That was Ben Shapiro on Jesse Waters' program last night on Fox talking about this, and Whoopi Goldberg issues an apology saying that she said the Holocaust is not about race, but about man's inhumanity to man. I should have said it's about both. Okay. As Jonathan Greenblatt from the Anti-Defamation League shared, the Holocaust was about the Nazi systemic annihilation of the Jewish people, who they deemed to be an inferior race. I stand corrected. The Jewish people around the world have always had my support, and that'll never waver. I'm sorry for the hurt I have caused. Like, how do you not know that? Like, how in your education do you not know this? I mean, everybody knows this. So how did you miss that part? I mean, is it something that you've always known about the Holocaust being about the Nazis systemically annihilating the Jewish people, who they deemed to be an inferior race? That is just a fact. Is it something that you knew all along, you learned about in school, and she learned and others have learned, and somehow now the way society is, something's changed? What's changed? How do you say that? And then the second part of it is something else, because the whole thing was based on this book that a Tennessee middle school wanted to remove. A Tennessee middle school had it on a reading list. It's about the Holocaust, but it includes things that were not age appropriate. for middle schoolers, like nudity and profanity and suicide. So they didn't want the book to be there for that. They're not saying they don't want to teach the Holocaust. They're saying that this particular book has things in it that are not age appropriate for middle schoolers. And so we want to do something about it, and we'll put something there in its place that will be age appropriate. But this particular book. So that's what The View latched onto, and that's what they ran with. And then somehow Whoopi, on the second part of this, as she brings the book up, goes into white people fighting white people. Okay, what?
And a Tennessee school pulled the graphic novel Mouse out of their lesson on the Holocaust because it contained some nudity and some bad language. Personally, I'm shocked because, you know, given the story of Mouse, I'm surprised that that's what made you uncomfortable. The fact that there was some nudity and, I mean...
No, that's not what it is. You see, again, twisting it around, lying about what actually is going on here. I just mentioned it before. Tennessee decided that this particular book about the Holocaust, which they want to teach about, has nudity and profanity and suicide in it. And you know what? For middle schoolers, there's probably another way to approach this. Later on, maybe in years, you can have this book in a different age group, an age-appropriate group, but for right now, it's not. Somehow, as you can imagine, Tennessee, Republicans, red state, GOP bad, you know, it has to be like book banning or something like that. So that's what they ran with. And then after that...
It's about the Holocaust, the killing of 6 million people, but that didn't bother you. But the naked
I'm not sure that they don't use the naked part as a kind of a canard to throw you off from the fact that they don't like history that makes white people look bad.
Well, this is white people doing it to white people.
Yeah.
So this is, y'all go fight amongst yourselves.
Okay.
But
how it turned into that on The View, how it is turned into that on the left, how it is turned into that on the Democrat side, how you do that, how you make that leap, how she speaks about this to an audience that is looking forward to being there and hearing The View's opinion on this topic, and that's where they go. How did it come down to this? How have we made our way to this place? Not even the lies about what the Holocaust was and was not, but also wrapping that into the distortion of really what is the facts about this particular book, and really making it about politics and Republicans and book burning, and they're bad, and they just don't want to teach history. Just another part of a narrative that they run with, not wanting to teach history. It is an outrageous thing that happens. But it's okay. She apologized. So, all good. Everything's fine. Whoopi's good. We're good. And they wonder why they're having a problem finding a true conservative to come on the show. I don't know. She's kind of weird. What would that be like? All right, 239-479-5592. Hey, Jake, let's take a break right now. And when we come back, we got some other things we're going to touch on, including some other lies and distortions that are out there when it comes to our southern border, and Jen Psaki being asked about that, and, you know, this soft on crime nonsense. Come on now, this administration's not soft on crime. Democrats are not soft on crime. You can't even prove it. You probably don't have any audio that would prove that Democrats are soft on crime. Are you kidding? I got a ton. We'll have some of that coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along. There's Therese O'Shea. She's got your traffic.
75 southbound is stopped, essentially heading south of Palm Beach Boulevard through State Road 82 and past Colonial Boulevard because of a crash at mile marker 135. More delays south of Alico Road and just south of Bonita Beach Road, all in the southbound direction because of a lot of morning volume picking up out there. Crash getting cleared off of the side of I-75 South near mile marker 114 as well. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After another cold start to the day, we'll be warming things up nicely for this afternoon and our mix of sun and clouds. Look for temperatures back in the mid and upper 70s. A bit breezy at times with winds persisting out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Even milder as we start your Wednesday morning with a low near 57, 82 for tomorrow afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds. I'm Wake News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
As a small business owner, your bottom line is always top of mind. So start saving by switching to Comcast Business Mobile. It's a mobile service designed for small business that can save you money with unlimited data for just $24 per line per month for 10 lines. Perfect for any small business looking to grow. Or you can pay by the gig. And with access to millions of Wi-Fi hotspots, you'll pay only for the data you need, with no line fees, activation costs, or term contracts. You can save up to $500 a year on your wireless bill, all on the most reliable nationwide network with 5G included. And it's only available to Comcast Business Internet customers. So boost your business's bottom line with a more reliable, more affordable mobile service by switching to Comcast Business Mobile today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable based on Root Metrics US report. Results vary. Not an endorsement. Compares pricing of top carriers. Comcast Business Internet required. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of usage.
Look, if you suffer from chronic joint pain, don't assume that steroid shots, pain pills, and surgery are your only options. You can now get real, lasting, life-changing relief from QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in using biologic therapies to repair damaged tissue in your aching joints. People with knee and back pain, shoulder pain, and hip pain, they're moving again, enjoying life again, with help from QC Kinetics. This advanced, unique treatment protocol uses natural biologic agents, mostly from your own body. And these powerful, highly concentrated growth factors are put directly into your affected joint, going to work to soothe the inflammation and restore damaged tissue. A truly regenerative treatment. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Call QC Kinetics now, 239-893-PAIN, and wake up to a life without pain. Give them a call right now, 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN.
Taxes are complicated, an industry that can have monthly law changes. This year, so many refundable credits, like kids, up to $3,600 per child, or earned income credits, nearly $7,000. Daycare, you're looking at another $8,000. Don't forget to reconcile your advanced child care credits or your stimulus money. That's where EG Tax comes in, your low-cost, high-value, knowledgeable tax team. We're located in Airport Pulling Road in Naples. Call 239-262-2009 or click egtax.com.
Matt and Justin here with Island Air with some great news for all of Southwest Florida. When the time comes to replace your old, outdated air conditioning system, you don't have to pull from any of your fund money to do so.
Over the past year and a half, we know that many people have sacrificed their vacations.
Now, for a limited time, we are including a vacation voucher with the purchase of your new home air conditioning system. Redeemable for cruises and luxury condos in many countries around the world.
It's your choice with a qualified purchase of a cruise or condo resort voucher. You can choose 4,500 different resort options, 106 countries around the world.
Please take the opportunity to let Island Air take you to the islands or many other places around the world.
A vacation can be yours with the purchase of a new air conditioning system. Call us today to find out more details on how to claim your voucher. Just give us a call, 239-466-8668.
Call 466-8668 for more details.
License number CAC 057544.
WTF. Yeah, you heard right. Rockstar Harley is willing to finance. Come down to Rockstar Harley's WTF pre-owned sales event this week. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, we can help. Rockstar Harley has finance specialists on site to help get you approved. Rockstar has over 500 new and used Harleys in stock and the largest inventory in South Florida. It's Rockstar Harley's pre-owned overstock Harley sell-off this week, and we must finance 50 pre-owned bikes by this Sunday. Willing to finance sales event ends this Sunday. Rockstar Harley is Florida's #1 volume Harley dealer.
Have you heard them yet? Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, today at noon, right after Glenn Beck. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
When you order carryout online from Domino's, you're no longer just a customer. You're a delivery driver. Delivering a delicious order of Domino's to yourself. And we believe every great delivery driver deserves a tip. So we'll tip you $3 to use on your next order.
No, I don't want. Wait a minute. How did we get to this place? Hold on a second. So that was a new promotion from Domino's. They're going to tip customers $3 for choosing carryout instead of... I don't want to be a delivery, but that's where we are in life. It wasn't... I thought Domino's at the beginning, like the history of Domino's wasn't it 30 minutes or less? Hey, we're going to get it to you. It's like, that's the big thing. Now it's, hey, can you come pick it up and we'll give you some money for... how do we turn to this place?
Well, a lot of those chain pizza places aren't on apps like Grubhub and stuff like that. So they have to find a way to compete.
See, you've analyzed this way too much.
No, that's really what it is.
Well, right, that's what I'm saying. You've analyzed this and you've got it correct. And what I'm saying is I'm just going for the idea that I just need a pizza delivered. The whole idea of calling them is I want it delivered. I don't want to be the delivery guy. I have no interest in
you like the idea of the pizza being free after them being late 30 minutes.
Well, there's that too. That was some marketing though. You got to admit it
worked.
You better believe it. And also the character they had. What was that? Ding Dong, the
Spider-Man.
No, the Spider-Man wasn't a Domino's. Who was the Domino's character? It was like Ding Dong or Boingo or something like
Dummy the Domino.
It's something like that. It was like, I don't know what it was. There was a character that like a cartoon character, and it was like a mascot. As a matter of fact, it was in some places the mascot would go out to different locations. What was it? What was the guy? It was like the Grinch or something like that, or the Miser.
The Noid.
That's it, the Noid. You don't remember that at all?
It's terrifying, honestly, looking at this thing.
Yeah, that may have been a marketing mistake. They started off well, and then they kind of So I don't know what it meant.
He was a pizza crusher. He saved your pizza from getting crushed by the box.
You realize what we're talking about right now? So they created a character that avoided... I thought that little table in the middle of the box was the thing that avoided the pizza from getting crushed. You know, that cool little table in the middle that sometimes you take out, and if you got a little one that your kid uses for like G.I. Joe's kind of hanging out next to the table, and they're all having pizza, sitting at the little tabletop. 239-479-5592. I'm on an island. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. All right. Moving on. What else do we have? Let's see. Oh, man. I know. We're going to get to some of it. The Gavin Newsom audio, which is pretty funny, who at the Rams game, him and all his buddies were maskless at the Rams game in L.A., even though he's dictated that everybody has to be mask wearing. But of course, when he goes to fine restaurants during a pandemic, he doesn't have to. And he was there with Magic Johnson and other actors and people. Nobody's masked up. We got pictures. There's video, all kinds of stuff. And the pompous governor of the state is just like, what are you worried about? Everything's fine.
I was very judicious yesterday. Very judicious. And you'll see the photo that I did take where Magic was generous enough to ask me for a photograph. And in my left hand's the mask, and I took a photo. Rest of the time, I wore it, as we all should.
Yeah.
Not when I had a glass of water or a thing. And I encourage everybody else to do so. And that's it.
And that's it. And that's that. I encourage everybody else to do it. I didn't do it, but everybody else has to do it. What are you worried about? Come on, sing it with me. Hypocrisy is such a lovely word. For Democrats, it's so true. It really is. All right, Derek, no, Daryl, who is this, Daryl? All right, Daryl's in Cape Coral. Daryl, what happened to the Noid?
Hi, good morning. The Noid, actually, they stopped using that when someone went a little crazy and took hostages at Domino's Pizza because he thought the Noid was actually after him. And he was there to get the Noid. That really, I can't remember where it was.
Wait a minute. You're serious? Jake, look that up.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, that's why they pulled it. I can look up the guy's name real quick.
Okay. Wow, well, this is taking quite a dark turn. Okay. Yeah.
A little early for that, sorry.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it, Daryl. Thanks so much. Okay. He's right? He's right.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, 239-479-5592. Hey, send all your cards and letters care of this station to Jake the Millennial, and he'll be sure to read them. All right, when we come up, or come back, or we will be back, it's the top 5 audio clips of the day, the 5 at 8:35. We'll get to that momentarily. Some interesting clips that are out there. We'll get to all of it coming up. How are we doing? Are we ready to go?
You still have like 20 seconds.
I still have 20 seconds. Thanks. Okay. All right.
I really ruined it for us.
I know. All right. Hey, remember the song? Hypocrisy is such a lovely word. Awkward. Okay.
Now that we mentioned them, they're going to bring them back. Watch.
Yeah, I'm thinking not. I'm just... What, somebody suggesting that they're bringing it back?
They did last year in May.
They brought it back? Okay. Top 5 audio clips coming up.
.92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau. Considering a roofing project, repair, or basic roof maintenance, beat the supply chain issues and inflation cost. Google DRM Roofing, 239-332-1441.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
How often have you heard from your wealth advisor over the last 6 months? Markets have moved up and down, and laws around retirement plans and inheritance have changed quickly. We've heard from too many people at other national financial firms that they've been contacted rarely or not at all. At the Naples Trust Company, our clients enjoy a one-on-one relationship with their investment and fiduciary team members, each of whom are locally based and meet regularly with clients for in-person or virtual visits. This personal touch is a trademark of the Trust Company. We make it a point to know you, your family members, and the goals that are most important to you. Are you ready for a better experience? Call us for an appointment at 239-774-4000 or visit NaplesTrustCompany.com to discover the difference.
A division of the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
It's a new year and a great time to upgrade your cabinets. You want Sinclair quality. You want Sinclair craftsmanship. You want Sinclair cabinets. Sinclair Custom Homes now offers their handmade, built in the USA custom cabinets without having to purchase a Sinclair custom home. You can now have the same high-quality furniture finished cabinets in your existing home. Upgrade your kitchen, your bath, your closets, even your garage. For details, visit SinclairCabinets.com. That's SinclairCabinets.com.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596 BACK.
People who suffer with back or neck problems, whether that's pain, numbness, or weakness, deal with something that can be frustrating. Pain wears us down. It can affect our relationships with family and friends. It's not fun to be around someone who's always complaining about their backs. Don't resign yourself to having to live with pain. In my office, Johnston Spinal Care, I successfully treat the worst of the worst, those who get injections, nerve-burning procedures, or even surgery. And now they're back, golfing and living life. If there's a treatment that is extremely effective for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, or neuropathy, wouldn't you want to see if it can help you? Non-surgical spinal decompression is now in Southwest Florida. Safe and painless, more than just a temporary fix. Long-lasting relief that can finally heal the condition, regardless of age. Take the time right now to call my Medicare-friendly office for a no-charge telephone consultation about spinal decompression. Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Another conversation about the Russian troop buildup near Ukraine is supposed to happen today between Russia's Foreign Minister and Secretary of State Antony Blinken. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson's in Ukraine.
He says he wants to work with the Ukrainian president to find a diplomatic solution to the crisis. The UK, like the US, is threatening Russia with sanctions if it attacks and has sent Ukraine defensive weapons. Prime Minister Johnson had been expected to speak with Russia's President Vladimir Putin on the phone yesterday. That didn't happen, and there's no word yet on a rescheduling. Simon Owen, Fox News.
It's the year of the tiger. More than 1 billion people around the world are celebrating the Lunar New Year.
It's called the Spring Festival in China and Hong Kong, lasting around 40 days. Millions traditionally travel to their hometowns in China for Lunar New Year celebrations, but since the pandemic, China has urged people to stay at home to contain outbreaks.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
75 southbound is stopped, essentially heading south of Palm Beach Boulevard through State Road 82 and past Colonial Boulevard because of a crash at mile marker 135. More delays south of Alico Road and just south of Bonita Beach Road, all in the southbound direction because of a lot of morning volume picking up out there. Crash getting cleared off of the side of I-75 South near mile marker 114 as well. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a cold start to the day, we'll continue to warm things up nicely for this afternoon. Should be warmer than yesterday as temperatures will be back in the mid and upper 70s under a mix of sun and clouds. A bit breezy at times today as winds persist out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll keep us with some passing clouds as we head into tonight and for your Wednesday morning, which should be featuring an even milder start compared to today. 57 for overnight low. We're back into the 80s by tomorrow afternoon, a partly cloudy sky. We keep it quiet with highs eventually back into the middle 80s by Thursday and Friday. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
There's a reason they call tasteless, stale food leftovers. Feed your brain the right way. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, it's Big Al. We're getting excited for the big game here at Stevie Tomato's Sports Page. Our staff has their big game gear ready to wear, and I've been busy creating lots of specials, especially for Super Sunday. Make reservations now and come watch the big game, or let us cater your big game party with a great selection of game day favorites. At Stevie Tomato's Sports Page, we deliver an award-winning menu in a casual atmosphere at great value, like our made-to-order burgers, award-winning ribs, and pizza in thin crust, deep dish, or regular. One bite and you'll be hooked. So what better way to enjoy the big game on Super Sunday than at Stevie Tomato's Sports Page in Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral. Great food, great sports, great service, great fun. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomato's Sports Page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
Make your reservations today.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents. And Doug.
Don't you just love the smell of old books? Shh, this is a library. Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction.
He really does devour literature.
Please leave.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
You're on your way to work, and then, bam, your whole life changes in that second. Forever. You're injured, and now you have to fight for justice or live your life in pain. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This winter, Comcast Business is helping Team USA and businesses across America stay ahead during the Olympic Winter Games. Keep yours ahead too, with reliable connectivity and secure solutions on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. And get access to over 20 million Wi-Fi hotspots from coast to coast to help you stay connected on the go. So no matter what big event comes up, your team can be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with Internet and Voice for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Plus, ask how to get free installation and 1 month free with a qualifying bundle. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go online today to learn more. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and 1 voice line customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and autopay. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra.
Experience really does matter. Hi, this is Vincent Napoleon. We're currently experiencing a very different real estate market. Is this a bubble? Is it going to last? Should I sell now or should I buy now? With over 30 years of living and working right here in Collier County, I know I can help guide you through. If you're currently thinking about selling your home or buying a home, please reach out to me today. Recognized by the Wall Street Journal and Real Trends magazine as one of the nation's top performing agents with a #1 firm, Coldwell Banker. You know, it costs you nothing to meet with me, but will cost you thousands not to. Please go to thatradioad.com, again, thatradioad.com, or feel free to email me at thatradioad@gmail.com, thatradioad@gmail.com. Vincent Napoleon, thank you.
From early morning till late at night, 92.5 Fox News gets talk radio right. Drew gets you going right with live and local talk 6 to 9. Then Beck's got your back 9 to noon. Then comes Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at noon, Sean Hannity at 3, Mark Levin at 8, and Dan Bongino from 10 till late. From early morning till late at night, 92.5 Fox News is right all along. Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, here we go. It is time right now for the top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
Ready?
Ready.
Roll call. My name's Nicole, and I'm a doctor for kids, and I help parents not lift their lids. Woo! Ready?
Ready.
Roll call.
I'm Dr. Todd. I know the tricks to keeping kids from getting sick.
Okay, I can't do it. All right, there's something from the libs of TikTok. Like it's a teacher and a doctor just doing a little dance for the students at school, like a little rap about how they're taking care of the kids and, you know, with the vid and keeping you safe. And I'm not saying that as a country we're doomed or anything, but we can sure use some help.
Number 4.
Our latest poll shows that just over 3/4 of Americans, 76%, want the president to consider all possible nominees, not only black women, as he pledged on the campaign trail.
Wow.
What do you make of this, and why do you think that a majority of Americans want the president to take a different approach here?
Well, again, what we can assure the American public of, wherever they fell on that poll, is that he will choose and nominate someone who has impeccable credentials and is eminently qualified to serve as a Supreme Court justice, and someone who is eminently qualified to serve in a lifetime appointment. He did make a promise to the country That's certainly how he sees it.
Okay. So he made a promise. That's how he sees it, that it has to be a black woman on the Supreme Court as the nominee. And the reporter's like, hey, 3/4, that's 75%. It's actually 76% of the American people are like, hey, you should consider everybody. Just the best person for the job. How about that? Yeah, but he made a promise. Hey, did you hear the 76% thing?
Number 3.
I have attended protests and rallies in the past when I agreed with the goals, when I supported the people expressing their concerns and their issues. Black Lives Matter is an excellent example of that.
Okay, so there you go. Black Lives Matter, an example of that. So there's Justin Trudeau, who I guess didn't want to be in Ottawa when all the truck drivers were there. The Freedom Convoy was there because they have questions about vaccine mandates, and they've really had enough of this and the tyranny that is going on in Canada. And Justin Trudeau, who leaves the Ottawa area to go to an undisclosed location, but of course it was because of COVID, because he's got COVID. That's the reason why. Although at the beginning it was like, he's kind of a little worried about having a conversation. He's like, listen, I don't know about these people because, to be honest with you, I got to agree with what they're doing. Like Black Lives Matter. Like I agreed with them, so I hung out there and everything else and had great conversations. But, you know, when it comes to this kind of issue, yeah, because I don't agree with you, I'm not going to talk to you. Hey, is that how that works?
Number 2.
Well, also, if you're going to do this, then let's be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race. No. It's not about race.
No, it's about
a different race. But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man. That's what it's about.
Okay. That's what, really? I didn't. No, that's not what it's about. No, not at all. That's Whoopi Goldberg saying that the Holocaust it was just man's inhumanity against man. It wasn't about race, even though that's exactly what it was about, and everybody knows it, and that's what we've learned about, and what the Nazis thought and Hitler thought, and the extermination of the Jewish race. That's what is exactly what it was all about. But somehow Whoopi Goldberg doesn't realize that. Well, she's apologized for that because she talked to a couple of people that actually know that. So it's a good thing she commented on it when she apparently didn't know, but it's hard to believe that she didn't know that. But anyway, but she apologized, so everything's good, all forgiven.
Number 1.
Why don't I stop and take any questions y'all may have? And they tell me I'm supposed to call on Governor Cox first.
Hey, I think we'll have Supreme Court candidates. Thank you guys. How long is your short list? Thank you guys. Let's go. Thank you guys. Thank you. Come on, let's go. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. You guys.
Wow, so that was so awkward right then, because clearly the president did not know that when you say, can I take any questions, all the media in the room might have a few.
Yep. Harris Faulkner on Fox News was taking the presser live there, or the president talking to governors and saying, hey, listen, anybody got a question? Oh, I got to go to the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox. We're going to go to him first because that's what it says in the booklet. And everybody's like, no, you got to leave. It's like, well, I thought I had to ask questions. And that was really, one of those very Biden-esque awkward moments. And
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
There's been a lot of that. It's no wonder that the American people are like, hey, we got questions about whether or not he should continue to be the president of the United States. The numbers are not really looking very good when you're talking about an analysis and stunning poll numbers. Rasmussen poll says that 50%, for those that are lefties out there, that's half the country. They back impeaching Joe Biden over his actions regarding the border and Afghanistan. And that's kind of a big deal, everybody. But listen, he understands there are things that are happening along the border. I mean, what are you really going to do? There's some illegals that are making their way across, yada, yada, yada.
There's the gangs we're working on. There's a whole lot of illegal movement.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of illegal movement and gangs. I don't know, a big deal. It's just the border. I mean, what's the problem? I mean, we've got a solid group there along the border that are committed to the cause, and Jen Psaki is...
Of course, the role that Border Patrol agents play in ensuring security and safety at our borders is something that there's great value for in this administration.
Yes, a great value. As a matter of fact, the Customs and Border Patrol are right on board with whatever it is that this administration is doing and talking about when it comes to the border, Actually, they're really not. It's funny because there was a video out, the leaked Border Patrol video. Did you hear about this? Yeah, it's not pretty when you hear the Border Patrol agents questioning leadership and saying, something's not right here. Listen to the audio.
We stay focused. We continue to do the job and the mission that we signed up for. Right? We all signed up for it. We all raised our hand.
It's kind of hard to say that. To defend the Constitution, not the...
It's not hard to say it. It may be hard for you to say it, but I've been doing this for 31 years. It's not hard for me to say it. Every day I wake up and I'm committed to this organization and I'm committed to each one of y'all.
We say the same thing, but it seems like the policy's not... But then
you keep releasing criminal aliens in the country. You're getting bogged down in the policies and the politics.
You can't say illegal alien.
What's that?
You can't even say that. That's why Chief Scott left.
You just said it.
You can't.
Is anything going to happen to you? No, you just said it.
The woke generation. Woke generation.
Wow. A woke generation. You can't even say illegals. This is Border Patrol agents that are arguing with leadership. And listen, we've got a mission. What's the mission? You've got millions of people crossing the border. You've got hundreds of thousands of people that are moving across our border consistently, month after month, year after year. We're seeing what's happening. Certainly, since this administration has been in office, obviously the former administration was tamping all of that down. But now they see it. They know what's going on. DHS Secretary Mayorkas in audio that was caught just the other day saying the same thing. And
we should have enough personnel to take care of the southern border. And I mean, that's the solution. And that hasn't been the case. Look, it's worse now than it frankly has been in at least 20 years, if not ever.
It's worse now than it's been in the last 20 years, if not ever. And yet Jen Psaki not only hasn't seen the video, she doesn't even know about this thing, right?
Is there going to be any sort of outreach from the administration to Border Patrol, given that we're seeing more of this come to the surface?
I haven't watched in detail the video. I will note that I think it was the migrant flights video. Is that the one that was, or is it different?
It's a different video.
Okay. I didn't want to speak to the wrong thing. Of course.
Yeah, she doesn't know. Yeah, I have no idea. What exactly are you talking about? Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of stories that are out there. Joe Biden should know about what happened recently in this report. Biden's ICE headquarters ordered the release of a border-crossing terrorist suspect from Venezuela, despite the FBI's recommendation against it. Really? Did that that was reported by Tom Bensman, who has been at the border numerous times? I believe he's there right now, as a matter of fact. We got to see if we can get him on this week to talk about this. Yeah. So there's a lot of this that's going on, and Jen Psaki has no idea. I mean, don't you want to talk about stuff? Hey, well, let's talk about Whoopi Goldberg. How about what she said, huh? Oh, how about Trump? Oh, dude. Is that what we're going to do? But, yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what's happening here out there. 239-479-5592. What else do we have going on? Oh, the Chinese Communist Party. There's a story out by the Epoch Times that they may be collecting the top athletes' DNA at the Beijing Olympics. Did you know that there's an Olympics coming up this week? At the end of the week, I guess. Anyway, yeah, they're collecting our athletes' DNA. Listen, it's nothing. It's not a big deal. They're asking personal medical questions and collecting DNA. The Chinese Communist Party. I don't know. Maybe they might use it for something. I don't know. There's reports. Executive director of the Canada-based nonprofit Probe International says it's very likely, and there's a good possibility that the Chinese Communist Party is will be collecting top-performing athletes' DNA at the games. They're doing testing every day. There's absolutely no oversight over the use of the products that they're getting. Nobody's going to question, because we got to have the games got to go. I got to wash my luge. Come on. The losers, they need to, is that what they call them? Are multiple people who play luge, are they called losers? Because that would be really bad. Look at that group of losers over there. That doesn't sound very good. I hope that they don't do that at the Olympics. That would be awful. But anyway, nothing to see here. Everything's fine. So we
don't trust China. China is
All right, so just be nice. So we have that to look forward to. I know, it's just very strange that there's not a whole lot of talk going on about Beijing 22 in the Olympics. You just don't hear that kind of people just getting pumped up and super excited in the leading up to the games. It's just not happening. So I don't know. Hey, and this to wet your palate before we leave. This sounds like fun. I guess a registry of gun and gun owners has been happening. The ATF admits to secret database of nearly 1 billion with a B gun records, everybody. 1 billion gun records. Now listen, when it comes to registries, it's okay. It's just that they just have to know about the sales. That's all it is. There's nothing to see here. Everything is fine. Although, if you look at history, you realize that gun registries, the reason why people are so against registering guns and the registering or the database that is collected on quote unquote registry of firearms and the sales of those is because typically right after that you have gun confiscation because certain people can't have them. Hey, nobody can have them, and so now we know all the people that do have them. You see how that works. So they're not supposed to be, but they are, and it's weird. Gun Owners of America announced that the ATF has nearly 1 billion records of firearm purchases, over 850 million of those records in digital form. All sorts of personal information on gun owners in addition to the guns that they've purchased. Nothing to see. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Everything's good. Personal information, names, addresses, place of birth, sometimes even social security numbers, all found on the records. Nothing to see here. Everything's good. They're good. The firearm transition records that the ATF is referring to is a form that federal law currently states that a firearms dealer can destroy these forms after 20 years. And if they go out of business, they got to turn them over to the ATF. So they're in currently possession of 1 billion of these records. And I'm sure it's fine. We'll dig into that more coming up maybe tomorrow. But I'm just suggesting that there are some things that we need to keep an eye on, and there are people in this country who would love to take away your First Amendment, Second Amendment rights, and are figuring crafty ways of doing it, or maybe just in secret. Maybe a couple of things that are happening. It's just it's just a sale. We just want to know that you bought one. That's all. Just make sure it's cleaned properly, and you're good. All right, 239-479-5592. Listen, have a great day. Glenn Beck is next. We'll see you in the morning. Don't forget, make plans on Friday to be with us at Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road there in Naples, where we do our first Friday of the month, a live broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. Look forward to seeing you there. All right, let's find out how the remainder of the forecast is shaping up with Wink News meteorologist Casey Sherman.
After another cold start to the day, we'll be warming things up nicely for this afternoon.